Well, it's very significant to say tonight, among all nights, you are looking live, and I'll explain that momentarily. Tonight, it's senior night, it's rivalry night, it's rematch night, it's Waterloo Indians visiting the Blue Devils of Mynderse here at the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium. Dave Barnick, good evening, everybody, along with Kevin Korzeniewski, and interesting matchups. The Mynderse boys have been running rampant. The Mynderse girls lead their league. But the last time we saw these two teams play, Kevin, the Waterloo girls greatly surprised the Mynderse Academy Blue Devil ladies. And I'm sure tonight, especially for all kinds of reasons, Mynderse would like to avenge that loss. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Dave, and absolutely all kind of reasons. Number one, it's senior night. Number two, Mynderse hasn't lost since they lost that night to Waterloo. That's how well they've been playing.
In the league.
In the league, correct. And they are having a fantastic season. Coach Anderson's got them playing strong. I joke with a lot of people in town that I enjoy watching the girls play a little more than the boys. They score more points. They seem to play a little harder. And they've been fun to watch, the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Waterloo's coming in struggling a little bit. Last time we were out, I thought this would be a 10, 12-point Mynderse victory. I still think that's the case tonight. Coach Tim Lincoln with a man-to-man defense, we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but really did a good job of containing Mynderse's offense. And it all started with freshman Jillian Panic, who did a good job on all-league Heidi Miller. So if she can duplicate that defensive effort tonight, they're going to give Mynderse a shot. I love that the fact that you don't see a lot of man-to-man in the Finger Lakes East with girls. Tim Lincoln is not the case for that. He will bring a hard man-to-man defense tonight, and we'll see how Mynderse attacks it differently tonight than they did last time.
Tim Lincoln has certainly had his share of success, an outstanding basketball coach, good guy, and the challenge will be big for them, I think, to try to sweep their arch rivals tonight. But it should be interesting, as it always is. Waterloo has lost one of their key players, I think, since that last game. But they're looking to duplicate those efforts from the last game. And
yeah,
by the way,
lost,
Kevin, I wanted to say.
Just to start real quick, Dave, before you do that, they lost Asia Arno, who really in the last game didn't do much against Mynderse. She won't be with the team tonight and for the rest of the year, but she wasn't a big impact. So if you're looking at like, without Asia, she didn't do much in the last game that these guys played.
Outstanding job on the national anthem. I'm not sure, but we'll try to get
I got her name. That's
right.
Nicole Swareski, and she does a great job. She's done football games and basketball games. She's got a beautiful voice, a talented young musician and singer here at Mynderse Academy. I believe a sophomore here at Mynderse, but great job she did.
Outstanding. Now, talking about Mynderse, I've seen them twice. The surprise loss at Waterloo, and then the hard-fought overtime loss at South Seneca. And just a terrific game to watch. And I actually, I've said it to you and on the air and to some of the girls today that their effort in that overtime loss at South Seneca was just incredible. They didn't really look like the same team that lost to Waterloo.
No, and I've seen them play a number of times this season, and that's how they play against South Seneca normally. And early on in the season, we had these two teams. There was a lot of questions. It was early. You saw Waterloo win. You said, geez, maybe Waterloo will push some of the upper echelon teams in the Finger Lakes East. And how good will Seneca Falls be this year? Well, now a lot of those answers have come out. And Mynderse, first place in the league, a game ahead of Penyan Mustangs, which will host them here next Friday night. And in a great position to win the league. Waterloo at the bottom of the league. And we'll see what happens tonight. But I think Mynderse, with the way they've been playing, they're playing at home. They really get out and attack. They want this game, and they'll get the victory.
You know, the amazing thing with Mynderse, they've only lost one league game. Waterloo's only won 2 league games, but the loss came at the hands of the Waterloo Lady Indians.
It's not very often you see that when you're top of the league and you've got one loss. It's to a team that only has 2 wins in the league. But, again, that goes to the rivalry. It goes to, it's not just rivalry. Rivalry plays a huge part in all this. But it was also the way that Waterloo attacked Mynderse. Mynderse doesn't see a lot of man-to-man defense, and they struggled with it early. Now they probably made adjustments, and they know how to attack it a little bit better at this point in the season. But at that point in the season, Mynderse really struggled. So, again, I'm very interested to see if Waterloo comes out in the man-to-man and how Mynderse does against it.
Well, this is senior night for sure, but one of the girls that impressed at South Seneca in that tough overtime loss was a sophomore, Madison Barnett. She had a terrific game for Coach Jerry Anderson. And on the other side of the ledger, we'll be also keeping our close eyes on Jillian Panic, who had a terrific game, the freshman, in that upset win versus Mynderse.
Yep, a terrific defensive effort and rebounding. And, she'll have to duplicate that again tonight to keep Heidi Miller off the glass and keep Heidi Miller in single figures, which she did the first time out. And I'm sure that's in the back of Heidi's head, knowing that last time she went to Waterloo, she did not play well. The entire Mynderse Academy team did not shoot well that night. And if you've watched them or followed them like I have over the last month or so, that's not usually the case. They bring shooters from all over the place. They start with Haley Case and Megan Tilton. They'll shoot the 3 as soon as you turn your head. Sarah Schaefer starts, senior. She'll kind of guides the group. But off the bench, they will bring, as you mentioned, Maddie Barnett. And they'll also bring in Snyder, and they both can knock the 3 down consistently.
We are underway. It's Aubrey O'Brien, Carrie Jensen, Bree Burkett, Lauren Jolly, and Jillian Panic starting for Waterloo. 4 Mynderse in the white uniforms, dark blue numerals. Haley Case, Hannah Brown-Trice, Sarah Schaefer, Megan Tilton, and Heidi Miller starting for the Blue Devils. I'm Dave Barnick along with Kevin Korzeniewski. A bit of a delay. I think that's
it's a shot clock
Joe
situation.
Desane.
Yep, Joe Desane from Lions.
One of the top officials, actually administratively as well in Section 5, I believe, or the Finger Lakes. I mentioned.
And on the other side, we have Tom Marino, who is Seneca Falls native.
I wanted to mention, Kevin, that I said that was significant to say you are looking live tonight, because that, of course, is the hallmark introduction by one Brent Musburger calling his final game tonight on an ESPN broadcast. Here's the shot from the right side, or left side, won't go. And here come.
Yeah, good look for Haley Case out of the inbounds. Just didn't get the shot to fall. Waterloo pushes it down. And if you're watching the broadcast and you heard me say Tom Marino, a Seneca Falls native, girls allow that. The girls board allows officials to officiate in their hometown. You wouldn't see that in a boys game.
One thing I think is the shot from the corner is nothing but the bottom of the net for
HBT, Dave.
Trice, Brown Trice.
Yeah.
But in both games, both this girls' game and the nightcap later between the boys, I think it's crucial that Waterloo gets off to a good start, and that helps. And I think
that was Bree Burkett, number 13, senior. We had her on last time, Dave, in the halftime show. Did a great job. And she's had a great senior season.
And the pressure resulted in a Mynderse turnover. Waterloo, though, gives it right back. Ill-fated pass by Castiglione. And the shot, no. Scramble, loose ball, out of bounds, lost. It'll be Waterloo basketball. They are in their black uniforms with orange numerals, white trim. And how about them Orangemen? How about the orange? What a great victory this last Saturday versus Florida State.
Yeah, tough Florida State team. Struggled a little bit this week on the road, they did. Didn't like that zone too much, but that's a good team that Syracuse beat.
Stop and pop. Mynderse cannot hit. The effort by Jensen. And we got a foul
over the back on Haley Case, I believe. But you know what? They didn't call it. So no foul and ball out of bounds to Waterloo.
Well, I saw the official. He raised the fist.
Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah.
I saw it too. I'm surprised there's no call. I'm looking at the scoreboard. They didn't report anything. Leaving Aubrey O'Brien wide open for the three.
Deep three is an air ball, and must be all the students aren't here in big numbers, or we'd get the air ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Call.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed the student section is not up and going for the girls' game.
Of course, so many officials at so many schools are so tough.
It's too bad. You know, let them. I hear
them have
you.
fun.
Yeah, let them have some
fun.
Exactly. You know, I loved getting razzed a little bit when I played, and it's all part of it.
Nice move inside, but unable to convert is Jensen, and here comes Waterloo the other way. Tied at 2.
A little sloppy
2 minutes
early
into the game. Coach Tim Lincoln right in front of our corner broadcast spot here. Is Waterloo working it in the corner, kind of bottled up as O'Brien. As we head in, this is Super Bowl week. 51 Super Bowls. Wow.
Waterloo in the man-to-man. They've been in the man-to-man the first 2 minutes of the quarter. Ill-advised pass there by HBT. Stolen away by Waterloo. See if they can get some transition points.
Another turnover. Driving. Castiglione doesn't get the bounce. I would think Mynderse would like to see Heidi Miller get started kind of early tonight, too, as the layup. No good. Rebound, yes, and a foul. Sarah Schaefer with a bucket.
I think that foul is on 24 Panic. The thing about they don't really need to get Miller going as early as, there's games where they'll get 8 to 10 points and they'll still score 65. Having her out there, she does so many other things: rebounding, defense, ball handling. She does so many things. She's so important to the team that it doesn't always have to be scoring with this crew.
Well, Sarah Schaefer with a 3-point play.
There's a steal.
And here's the steal. Miller had it, but couldn't control. I'm sure that 3-point play made Father Charlie in attendance tonight very happy.
That's Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Charlie?
Uncle
thank
Charlie.
You for the clarification.
Yeah, Charlie's kids are all long gone.
Driving the distance, not converting. Here comes Waterloo the other way. Errant pass, but pretty ugly game early, but Mynderse has the lead and the basketball. The bomb from outside. Bang! I believe that was Case with the trifecta.
Yeah, Haley Case, and that's what Schaefer does well. She'll penetrate that zone, and she knows she's always got 2 shooters on the elbows. Even when Mynderse subs in, she's going to have 2 shooters at all times. And she found Haley Case, and Haley Case let that fly. She's been hot lately, and she continues so tonight.
And yet another Waterloo turnover. I think another trip or so like that down court, Tim may have to spell a timeout.
And that's Coach Lincoln's struggle is taking care of the ball and finding out who can score for this Waterloo team. They got some young players. They got a lot of youth out there, and they just haven't found somebody to consistently score it for them all season long.
That shot is no good by Hannah Brown-Trice, and here comes the Tribe. Looping it on the left wing. Dangerous pass, and another turnover. And a runner off the glass and in. A little touch foul besides. If you're going to make that foul, you better commit and make sure they don't score, Kevin, and that will send Case to the line with a chance to convert the Blue Devils' second 3-point play of the day.
And we get a highlight here of Haley Case going up and finishing. And if you're an Indian fan, don't tune out on us, but I think this is going to be a lot of the same all night long, both with the boys and the girls. The smaller court, I think the boys are going to pressure and create a lot of turnovers and get easy baskets. I think Mynderse has one of their easier wins of the season.
And with an 11-2 lead, Waterloo does call a timeout, and this live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is made possible through the support of Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. And visit Red's Place, serving great lunches and dinners daily in downtown Seneca Falls. They have awesome daily specials, homemade soups, and the best burgers and wings in Seneca County. Visit menshalloffame.com or check out Red's Place on Facebook for their full menu. Well, I mentioned the need to get a good start if you're Waterloo. That has not happened.
No, that hasn't. Down 11-2. Mynderse had some runouts, a couple three-point plays, three-pointer by Haley Case. She leads all scorers early with 6. And Waterloo's got to take care of the ball and find a way to score. And if they don't do that, they're going to be down most of the night.
First opportunity taken right now to thank and say hi to our cameramen, the Hunt brothers, the fabulous Hunt brothers, Jason and Jeremy. And, of course, on the production is our main man, Jim Sinacropi. And yet another turnover. Can't afford them. Laying it up and missing is Mynderse, and we have a Mynderse foul. Playing aggressively, though. I don't think Jerry Anderson minds that.
Nope, and that kid right there plays a lot like her coach, Jerry Anderson, Hannah Brown-Trice. Does a little bit of everything, works hard, grinds it out, really puts out her best effort on a nightly basis. It's a lot of fun to root for, a lot of fun to watch.
Nice pass in the lane, but unable to convert.
And
was Burkett, and here comes Mynderse. Boy, that was a point-blank opportunity for the Indians. Here's a runner, won't go by Miller. Waterloo's biggest problem so far, I think, Kevin, is just not getting the turnovers, just not getting a shot every time down court.
Yep, and even the couple shots that they had have been contested and not clean looks. They haven't had a clean look at the basket yet. So credit Mynderse defense. But they are struggling to take care of the ball.
Slapped out of bounds. Waterloo will retain possession with 8 on the shot clock in a 2:49 remaining first quarter. First quarter of 8 quarters as we have the boys game following this one on senior night in Seneca Falls.
Yeah, they're not even. They had Burkett inside, not even looking inside. Now they're going to have to take another tough shot.
Wow!
But nothing but net for Castiglione.
Steph Curry-like by Castiglione. A bomb from the high rafters here.
And maybe that'll get them going a little bit.
Miller gets fouled by Carrie Jensen, I believe.
That was on Jillian Panic. And I think that might be her second, but I'm not sure.
Again, now Jason Hunt on cameraman just picked the basketball up, and when you get a chance, maybe at an off moment, you can help Jason with his form. It was not a chest pass; it was just underhand, lazy pass.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about that later on. So they're not putting it up on the scoreboard, but I think Panic checking out here. I think would too.
Speaking of Panic, Jim Sinacropi nearly pressing the panic button earlier. As not only are they not putting the fouls up there, the concession stand was not open early.
Oh, that hurts. You know, they're used to the JV game. It's JV crowd. Now you got varsity. People are hungry. And here's Lauren Jolly checking in for freshman Jillian Panic. Lauren plays very similar to Jillian. She's a good athlete. Going to play hard underneath, box out. She's going to be in charge of trying to stop Heidi Miller.
Miller with a nice form and 2 foul shots, converting. Well, that was a beautiful shot by Castiglione on the last possession, but if they have to rely on those kind of shots all night, they're in trouble. Yep. That was several feet beyond the arc. And she wanted it back. They go to the other side. Another high arcing shot on air ball and lost, however, and then lost back. Again, missed opportunities by the Blue Devils, and here come the Academy. Looking down low, nothing there. They'll reset the offense. Top of the key, the bomb, no, but a foul.
And this will be an interesting call. I'm always this. She's got to push after for 3. I never like that call. If she didn't really bother the shot, she pushed her a little too hard after. And then if she's pushing too hard after, isn't it just a box out?
It reminded me watching the NBA, and I got to get you to watch some of that Isaiah Thomas action. He is just phenomenal, the games he is having. Second leading scorer in the league at just over 30 a game. Just under 30 a game, excuse me.
HBT 0 for 2 out of the 3 here. She's got to finish these foul shots. Madison Barnett checking in the game for Mynderse Academy, number 23, the sophomore guard. And this is what makes Mynderse a championship team as far as the league goes. They bring kids in off the bench. Now, Coach Anderson's starters did great. They got a 15-5 lead with 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. It just goes to a 10-point lead. And if the starters struggle a little bit, he can bring 2 kids right off the bench that'll get them going. He's had so many nights where, a couple kids off the bench have done great. His starters have done great. So, really putting a complete team effort together for the Blue Devils.
Well, I remember 2 players that were exceptional that came off the bench back in '92 for the boys at Mynderse, and they could light it up as well, both inside and outside. Bobby Markle and Mark Scalzo.
Oh, nice cut.
Nice pass. Stop and pop won't go from the baseline. Scramble for the loose ball. Last touched by Waterloo.
But, you got to have that bench if you want to contend for a league title in this tough league. You can't just have 5 kids. And Mynderse really has 7 kids. All could start and come in and out, and they were very interchangeable. And Coach Anderson kind of goes with who's the hot hand that night, and the girls have all accepted it. And it's a lot easier when you're winning.
And Mynderse throws it away, and they've had their share of turnovers this quarter.
Yeah, a little sloppy both ways.
14-5 with 1:15 remaining first quarter from Seneca Falls on the.
Yeah, we have 16-5 on our scoreboard, but it is 14-5. I got that in my book too. I just double checked that. That's what's on the scoreboard here. And there we go. Mr. Jim Sinacrobi back there taking care of business.
Nice second effort, and the basket by Jolly.
Oh, she got wide open layup.
Driving, nice dish off. Can't convert.
Got to finish, and the double mistake.
Yep.
First mistake, the foul. The missed shot. Second mistake is foul. That always drove me nuts as a coach.
Yeah, it was everything good except not finishing, and then.
Yep. And now checking in the game for Mynderse is Kayla Snyder. So here's what I'm talking about. If you look at the elbows on the defensive 2-3 zone, you got Kayla Snyder and Maddie Barnett, and those 2 guys come in and they're very similar to Tilton and Case, who just stepped out. And he doesn't lose a lot, and sometimes he gains some, and sometimes he loses some. But they're 7 strong, this academy team.
Well, they have 16 up on the board now.
No, yeah.
So maybe
Jim was
right.
We'll get it squared up at halftime.
16-7, 33 seconds
now
remaining.
It's 14 again. I think we got Albert Eller on the clock over there, and that's bad news. It's his first game. I normally do the clock here for the game, so I couldn't tonight because I was.
You can't do both, can you?
No, I can't. Well, I could do both better than he's doing one. That's
right,
Albert.
Shot.
Yeah, so Albert, I do the clock. I might have to move down there and help him out, hold his hand a little bit.
Good thing he's not working the Super Bowl with all those numbers and people going.
Yeah, that's right. They'd go nuts.
Foul shot is off the rim, no good by Sarah Schaefer. She'll have one more.
Sarah's coming on at halftime of the boys' game tonight with Olivia Sobis, 2 senior players. The girls come in, and we'll talk to both of them on this senior night.
Second shot high above the arc and through. Gets the good roll. And the scoreboard reads 15-7.
That's what I got. That's what Jim's got. That's what Albert's got. We're all set.
Jensen with it. They work the perimeter. Top of the key, O'Brien. Castiglione fires and does not hit. The rebound, though, underneath. And a missed
easy
Jippy.
One by Jolly's got to finish that.
And then lost. Boy, another golden opportunity by the Tribe. And here comes Mynderse. Stutter steps, shifts gears, and lays it in. What a pretty move by Sarah Schaefer. Has had a good first quarter with 6. And the buzzer shot will not go. It's 17-7. Mynderse in control after 1 quarter of play. We'll be right back.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say what, Eli?
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch out!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories 1 scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Well, Waterloo trailing after one by 10, 17-7 in the first half of our doubleheader.
Yeah, and Mynderse kind of looks like a team that's first in the league, and Waterloo, after that one quarter, is bad. You know, Waterloo got 7 points. Remember, Castiglione got a little lucky on that 1-3 she heaved up. So really, it could be 17-4.
Well, she made a good effort driving to the lane and drew the foul. I think they're going to say it was before the shot.
I think she's got to do more of that. You know, she's not taking the ball. Nobody's really penetrating for Waterloo, and they got to penetrate that zone.
They've had a couple opportunities off missed three-pointers to convert easy lay-ins that they missed as well. But I think the turnovers have been a bigger part of this game so far. Mynderse is not they've had their share, but Waterloo has had numerous turnovers. There's the shot too hard, and here come the Lady Blue Devils. Driving as Miller draws contact and will shoot a pair at the line.
She makes a career on the line, Dave. She's very crafty for her size. She's quick-footed with her first step, and she goes to the foul line a lot. She's a good foul shooter.
She had a really awful knee injury a year ago, and it's good to see the junior back in full stride this year. As she hits the first of two, she'll have another. Dips at the line, high arcing shot, misses that one.
Offensive rebound. Not a lot of fire out of the Waterloo kids right now. You know, kind of just going through the motions out there.
The bomb from downtown won't go, and ripping the rebound loose is Burkett, and here come the Tribe. Trailing by 11, they need a couple of buckets, a couple of stops to get this game back close again. Castiglione, who's been their leading scorer, she had 11 in the victory. And a high arcing shot, a pretty looking shot. Back irons. Waterloo another chance. Castiglione tried to drive through traffic, no go. Here come the Blue Devils. Logan Castiglione averaging 15 points a game. Miller dips, fires too hard.
Tough
Rebound,
shot.
fall away jumper, no.
She had HBT right on the other block. If she wide open, she had 2-3 girls on her. She usually does. Very unselfish player. Find the open girl.
They are attacking that basket, though.
Yep.
Castiglione left side, inside. Shot is blocked. Burkett's effort.
Emily Lavarnway style.
She has a lot of block shots this year. As Miller's shot, a little soft one-hander in the lane is good. Her first field goal. That should say
20. Yeah, I think it's 20.
20,
there you go.
yeah.
The clock. Got to keep an eye on Jim Sinacropia. I trust him much more than L. Eller. And, of course, L. Eller, if you don't know him, Dave, is a Waterloo grad.
There we go.
You can't put a Waterloo grad in charge of a Mynderse clock. There's just something wrong about it, okay? So we'll have to figure out who put him on assignment tonight.
You weren't talking that way when your employer was the Waterloo Central.
Well, it was like
District
when I coached there. You can't put a Seneca Falls guy there
I think,
as a coach.
you
There's
know,
certain things you just don't do.
I think
in
it's a
life.
case of sour grapes due to the emergence of those two starters from the 92 team, Jerry Anderson and Patrick Prain. I was going to save this for later. I think I'll save that extra tidbit for later that Patrick asked me to be certain that I passed on to you. Is 1 out of 2 for Burkett at the foul line. It's 20-8. Couple of minutes into the second quarter. Looping it, Miller stops, fires, bang! That's a nice looking little move there. A tough
pump
shot
fake,
too.
good footwork, going back to her left side, which is her weak side, and stops. Nice touch, but fundamentally sound.
And again, Waterloo operating far out on the perimeter. Castiglione draws some contact to be a non-shooting foul.
Now, again, we have 22-8 here. This is a move right here. Pump fake. Going back to her left. That's a tough shot. Still gets her foot set. Very fundamentally sound. And we got 22-10 up there, but it is 22-8.
Well, you got to try.
Yeah.
You got to try. That's right.
Yeah, I'm having a good time watching this.
8.
You're right, Jim. Yeah, no, Jim's right. Eller's still wrong.
No, Jim.
He's keeping it in line.
I'm keeping close track of the clock because he may get pulled away from our broadcast.
Is the Cuse game on tonight?
No, that's tomorrow night against NC State.
I was wondering what Jim might be getting pulled away for.
They get a road win. I figure it secures a berth in the NC2As, right?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Well, unfortunately, there is a lot of Syracuse fans that think that way, which draws the Ira Meyer a lot of frustration.
One thing I really liked about Jim Boeheim, they asked him about the kids storming the court. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I like that. I did, and I pay attention to that stuff. I try to follow it. I agree, kids should have fun, but be careful what,
Right.
I don't know if Florida State was 6th in the country. Basically it's what are you saying about your program, as Syracuse. Like, we're going to storm the court after we beat Florida State, who just lost to Georgia Tech by 20, And yes, they're 6th in the country, but it's Florida State basketball.
Well,
we're Syracuse basketball. We don't storm the court when we beat Florida State. We're Syracuse University.
I hear you on that count, but what I was referring to that he said he much prefers it than having the fans leave at halftime.
Yeah, he says a lot better when they leave than they leave at half.
But you raise a good point, and you're not the only person I've heard say that.
Well, I think it's an alumni thing, right? You're proud of what Syracuse and Jim Boeheim has done, and then all of a sudden you see guys storming the quarter after victory over Florida State.
I had to tackle my good friend.
It wasn't North Carolina, it wasn't Duke.
Fellow, we went to the game together. I had to tackle Rocky Graziano because I didn't want him to hang on the on the rim after the game ended. We got a timeout on the court, and I would like to tell you that this weekend there's an opportunity to attend the Finger Lakes Frost Fest at the Geneva Lakefront Ramada Hotel. Again, it's this Saturday. It's an adult celebration of winter in the Finger Lakes. Frost Fest 2017 will feature outdoor ice sculptures, ice bars, and specialty Frost Fest martinis poured through an ice luge, live music, indoor food tasting, shuttle service to and from downtown parking areas to the event, and a spectacular fireworks display from the city pier. It's the winter event of the season. Tickets are $25 and can be purchased at the Geneva YMCA or online at www.brownpapertickets.com. Come again, the event is this Saturday in Geneva. They will have Star Wars characters there. I heard that on the news earlier.
Big fan of Star Wars characters. And
I would say
Frostfest sounds like a lot of fun.
I would say get dressed as a Wookiee there, or Chewbacca, if you're going to go to a winter affair. Stay warm. Well, I wanted to report the score. Yep, 23-8 is what we have.
And now they've finally corrected the scoreboard. 23-8.
Waterloo just being dominated as Mynderse keeps pounding the ball inside, creating opportunities at the line. And a nice-looking foul shot by Lauren Jolly.
She's been one of the – she came off the bench for Panic, and she's got 3 points, going for 4 here. And one of the positives for Waterloo. Here comes Abby Basile in for Mynderse.
And, Kevin, what time can I expect you Thursday night in Ovid? Bloomfield, South Seneca ladies at it. Should be a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
Well, yep. Bloomfield's hoping it's a decent game anyway. It's
don't wait for me.
Second-place team. Shot from the side. Swish. Pretty-looking shot by Barnett.
Now, that's the one,
the
Dave.
Impressive sophomore.
When we were down in Ovid watching the game, and the game wasn't on air, but a great game between South Seneca and Mynderse. Maddie Barnett hit 3 or 4 jumpers in the second halch, all with her foot on the line, or a foot inside the line. If she was just back a little bit, they probably win the game.
But
she wasn't.
She had a great effort.
Yeah.
Great game.
Good basketball player.
Miller doesn't get the roll off the strong move. And Tim Lincoln encouraging his team strongly to move that ball up court quickly. Down by 16.
They just have nothing going offensively. And you look, and that's a runner by Castiglione with a girl on her. Castiglione's forcing a lot of shots right now. They're just like Mynderse will come down when they don't turn over like that. They get clean looks. Waterloo's had very few
with
looks.
the steal. Castiglione lays it in on the nicest move of the night for the Indians. A good stop by Panic, a good finish by Castiglione, averaging, as I said, 15 a game.
She'll shoot this.
Yes.
Got to guard her.
Nothing.
Castiglione
but the bottom of the net.
Castiglione just standing in the paint. She's got Barnett for three. She's got a issue with her nose. She got banged in the nose, but she's got to get out and guard Barnett. That's a big three. Just when they score a point, they come back and get three the other way. 28-11. 3 to go here. Carrie Jensen's going to take over the point guard role for Castiglione. Nice sophomore guard for Waterloo.
Castiglione, a junior, gets her first rest of the night. And here's the steal the other way.
She can shoot it, Snyder. She wasn't really shot ready there, but, yeah, Carrie.
Yeah, kind of got away with a – well, okay. I thought we had a foul the other way momentarily.
No, they called the carry. Here's a finish by Castiglione going down. And then she, saying she got hit in the nose. I didn't see it. But she's out of the game now because of that. Trying to gather herself.
Working that perimeter again. Nothing inside. Now they try to force it inside, and Miller steps ahead and steals the ball. It was intended.
Just a bad pass by Miller.
And then stolen back.
Mynderse has a 17-point lead, Dave, but as I watched the game with 2 minutes here to go in the half, I think it almost could be 20-25 if they just took care of the ball a little bit. I don't know if that's being greedy, but it just seems a lot of, saying.
But the 3 times I've seen him, Kevin, the Mynderse, the loss at South Seneca was still the best they had played up to this date, even though they're dominating the scoreboard here.
Right, yeah, playing a little sloppy and still with a 17-point lead. I agree.
It is senior night here in Seneca Falls. Carrie Jensen, the first of 2, makes it at the foul line. She'll have another. She is just a sophomore as well. Lots of underclassmen dotting this lineup, and she hits them both. Well, that's the other, and then there's a throwaway.
Well, tip ball. But, yeah, it almost looked like she didn't even tip it, but she did. And it just sloppy again. So now Tim Lincoln has Jolly on Miller, who's doing a decent job on her. And
wide open three, missed, but way too much room given Kayla Snyder.
Yeah. Another kid that's got to be guarded on the arc.
And a 15-point lead as we're under the 2-minute mark. And that's a tough pass to get through traffic, and it does not get through traffic. But Mynderse nearly gives it back. Hot potato in there, looking inside to feed it, but Miller lost it. It was a good effort.
But forced a little bit, I think. It's got to have a little more on that pass.
Or
if
bounce
she's going to
pass.
try and make that. Yeah, but she was closely guarded on that cut. And another turnover. Crowd's filling up pretty good here, Dave.
Yeah, it is.
Almost
good to see
almost full capacity.
And again, that time, would have liked to have seen Jolly maybe take the shot.
Oh, what a play
herself.
by HBT. Had no shot of scoring or doing anything, but she just ran it down to save it. She barely saves it and surprises Jensen, and Waterloo loses the ball side out Mynderse.
And let's see if she gets rewarded as she inbounds. Maybe they'll return the pass to her.
Oh, you got Miller.
That happens. Miller has it off
left
glass
hand.
and
10 early points for Miller.
They had it for 9, but nonetheless.
Yeah, maybe I got
30-13.
But a nice inbound play versus the man-to-man right there, getting Miller on a roll back off the screen.
See, when you miss those bombs from that far out, you can set that other team for a quick one the other way. Here comes Mynderse. Hannah Brown tries too far behind the basket. And with under a minute to play, here comes Waterloo driving the lane. Nice
take.
Move.
It's a great take.
Getting the roll.
She didn't get the shot, and she got blocked there, but that's the type of take they need to get out of this offense. They can't just stand around and shoot the three. So good take by Jensen. It rolled out, but they can build on that after the half. 39 seconds here. Mynderse a 17-point lead.
A lot of times if you don't get the bucket, you draw the foul. That was a good effort. It just didn't go, and the other way doesn't go either. And scramble for the loose ball. Waterloo players
Now
fight
hold it
for
for one here. It's no difference between shot.
Miller has other thoughts, and
Yeah,
she gets hacked as she takes it in the lane.
Yeah. And she's shooting. So,
Wow. I thought it was going to be a two-shot.
yeah. Okay.
Foul as well.
So she's not shooting. And see if they can get.
She wanted to shoot,
Yeah,
but they
see
had
if they
a
can get Heidi here.
pretty good arm lock on her.
They're not even guarding Snyder. Two
And
possessions
Miller-
down in a row. They're double downing on Miller. Snyder's wide open on the arc.
Miller making her presence felt, feeling it here in the second quarter. In double figures. And a 19-point lead. All over the Tribe.
Blowout City, and then another half-court heave.
Wow. At
Just
the buzzer.
poor
No.
offense by Waterloo for the whole half.
Discouraging first half for Waterloo. An impressive big lead for Mynderse. And we would like to tell you that Finger Lakes Partners, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. They have offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor. Visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Check out their menu at pennysplacerestaurant.com. And yes, that music you heard, we will shift back to our studios for these words. And then it is halftime here in Waterloo and Mynderse.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Dining. What else have you had? Any family members?
Roger and I, all that.
Okay, and here we are back at Mynderse Academy, and got a little off-air talk going on there. Good thing we were being clean, huh, Jarrett?
Oh, yeah.
We are here at halftime of the girls' game. Mynderse Academy with a 32-13 lead. We do this every doubleheader that we do. We try to bring some seniors over. Tonight, to my left, I have Mynderse Academy senior Brett Anderson, and to my right, senior Jarrett Benedicts from Waterloo. Jarrett, I'm going to slide your mic over a little bit because it looks like it's far away. We didn't get a chance to do a sound check, but that should be good.
That's fine.
So we're going to get these guys on to have them talk a little bit about the game, a little bit about Super Bowl, a little about their careers, and something that will be on YouTube forever for you guys and your families to see. So starting here with the home team, okay? Off to a good start. What do you think of the first half?
Well, I thought the Mynderse girls' defense really gave the Waterloo some trouble.
Yeah, we agree. On air, we were saying the same thing. You guys can't hear us, but Waterloo really struggling to shoot the ball and had a lot of turnovers, really playing sloppy. Yeah. Jared, any different thoughts on it?
That was probably the same thoughts I had. We had a tough time getting open shots down the court.
Yeah, and even the Logan buried the one long three, but it's kind of lucky. Yeah, that's it happens, and without that they got 10 points. Really struggling to score. Kerry Jensen made a nice drive late in the game, or a quarter. I'm sorry, but just it rolled out on her.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled out on her. So predictions for the second half. I'm going to go start over here with you, Jarrett. What do you think? Who's going to win this game?
By the looks of it, not trying to diss Waterloo, but if they play good, they can make a comeback. But 19 second half points to how many ever Mynderse gets. Doesn't look good. Yeah, it's tough.
But you're going to still say Waterloo's going to win.
Of course.
Good boy. That boy. You don't want everybody mad at you at school tomorrow. Brett, how about you?
I think the league's too big for Waterloo to come back.
Yeah, and Mynderse been playing real well. We've been talking about it on the show, but they've only lost one game since the last time these two teams have met. Waterloo's got 2 league wins. Mynderse got, I think, 8. So they're kind of different ends of the season right now. Very similar to our next game, which leads us into the next question. What do you guys got to do, Brett, to have some more, keep your success going and go for that number 1 seed and get another league victory, try to get a league title tonight against Waterloo?
We just got to execute our offense and keep playing tough defense and make it hard for other teams to score.
And not let Ransom Benedicts get 6 threes like he did last time. Jarrett's twin brother had a great game last time these guys played. What's the game plan for you guys tonight in the Waterloo Indians, Jarrett?
Guard Jake Mean in the post. Don't let the ball get to the middle.
Yeah, that's got to make sure you keep Jake Mean to have a quiet night. You guys did a pretty good job of that last time.
And keep him off the glass.
Yeah, I got to keep him off the glass. Great rebounder. And limit the threes that Mynderse gets.
Because that second, they just grab it, kick it out.
Yeah.
Get another shot
like
up.
a well-oiled machine sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jerks.
Terrible.
All right. So next question, Brett. Give somebody a shout-out that, you're a standout soccer player, really a 3-sport athlete here at Mynderse Academy. A person or two that has really helped you along the way that as you look back on this senior night that you'd like to thank or give a shout-out to.
I would have to go with my 2 parents. They've definitely influenced my life in sports. They're the ones who got me involved with it and helped me all the way through.
Yeah, a couple of big jocks. Your father played football where?
Yeah, Cornell.
Nope. Try again. You're nervous.
Cortland.
Cortland. Yeah, fullback for the Cortland Red Raiders, right?
Yeah.
A great career there, a good athlete here at Mynderse Academy. Mother, also a great athlete at Mynderse Academy, and she played soccer at I got you on.
U of R.
Yes, you got one right. University of Rochester. All-American, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get more athleticism from your mother then.
Of course.
Jarrett, how about you?
I'm going to have to say going to the rec a lot as a kid. Roger Hunt.
Yeah. A lot of guys call out Roger Hunt from Waterloo on here. 5th and 6th grade coach, always down the rec with the kids.
Always.
Yep.
Played a lot
down there with him. He does a good job with the kids.
Always.
He's been around
Great
for a long
coach.
time. Yep, been around for a long time. So I got to ask you guys, because it's the big week. We got the big game coming up. All right, and I want to score too. So you can go back and tell your friends how close you were online. This is it for the records. They can check it out. Jarrett, Super Bowl Sunday. Who do you got?
28-14 Patriots.
28-14 Patriots. Low scoring game. Tom Brady gets it done.
It's going to get the job done.
Okay.
Go.
How about you, Brett? I know you're a big football guy. The other football.
I do watch a lot of football.
You watch a lot of football. You're a football fan.
I got Atlanta 31-27.
Ooh, close game, high scoring. I'd like that better than a 28-14. But since we're doing it, I'm going to throw mine in too. I'm going to go New England 34, Atlanta 24. Okay, so we got 2 New Englands, 1 Atlanta. We'll see. I'm rooting for Atlanta. I'd like to see Atlanta win, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. I always hope for just a good game. I'm a Redskins fan myself. Who you root for, Jarrett?
Patriots.
Oh, that's your team too, huh?
Oh, no, I like the Vikings, but...
Yeah, well, Vikings fan?
now.
How about you?
I like the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right. Dolphins. Nice team to root for down in Florida. All right, guys. Last question. Favorite things to do in the county, the Finger Lakes. When you get outside, what do you want to do? I heard. Are you starting tonight?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
I hope.
You go to practice last night, Brett?
Yes.
You did?
I'm
Important
sick.
to get to practice, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just checking.
I'm
So you
sick.
might not be in the starting lineup. I know you got a lot of fans out there following this. You might not be in
Yeah.
the starting lineup because you skipped practice, you knucklehead.
I didn't skip practice.
Didn't I teach you anything in 7th, 8th grade? Oh, you were out of school sick?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, that's a little different then. All right. So, got any hobbies you do outside of basketball? What do you like to do? I know what he's going
I
to
just
say.
hang out with my friends, play Xbox. I don't know.
I knew Xbox was coming. Do you
Teenage
get outside
stuff.
ever?
Of course. Go behind the wreck and shoot.
All right, you're always shooting. He is a gym rat, for those of you who don't know Jared. Gym rat. All right, last answer, and then we got to get out of here.
I like to go play soccer and baseball.
You go play your sports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go do all their sports. That's good stuff to do. You got to get hiking like your brother.
I do sometimes.
All right, it's a beautiful area to do it in.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Jarrett Benedicts and Brett Anderson. You guys did a great job. I wish you both the best of luck. Your seniors, careers winding down. You both had very good careers. Good luck to you in the rest of the the leagues, and good luck to you in sectionals.
Thank
and
you.
thanks for coming on. We're going to bring you right back to second half action here, Mynderse, Waterloo.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me touch the head, though, on air.
This is Eli, and these are his two older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time. I'm Dr. Michael Gray.
Second half just underway, 32-13, all Mynderse here at home, en route to avenging what was a 40-33 loss at Waterloo on December 20th. At the line here, opening minute of the second half is Castiglione. She is the junior from Waterloo. She had 5 first quarter points, which actually led the Tribe. And 1 out of 2 at the line.
Good play by Castiglione to get right in there after the miss. Drop ball. Maybe Waterloo goes on a little run here if they can get a bucket. Castiglione, great athlete, junior, as you just said. Very athletic, fast, strong, smooth stroke. Just struggling a little bit tonight, taking care of the ball and getting good shots off. But a lot of that's credited to Mynderse defense, which both boys came on and said the same thing. Mynderse defense looks really good. Creating a lot of bad opportunities for Waterloo.
Your guests were
Brett Anderson, senior, from Mynderse Academy, and for Waterloo, Jarrett Benedicts. And if you remember, his twin brother, Ransom, had the monster game last time these two teams met.
And we have a timeout on the court, 32-14. And we'd like to say that Ferrara Lumber, one of our fine sponsors, has been delivering the highest quality service to area contractors and homeowners in the Finger Lakes since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at FerraraLumber.com. And Therascar is a dye-free, fragrance-free medical guide product that improves the appearance of scars and aids in the treatment of cuts, burns, acne, eczema, and psoriasis. Learn about the benefits and why people here in the Finger Lakes are so excited about Therascar at 5starmedicalcorp.com. 32-14 your score. Dave Barnick along with Kevin Korzeniewski. And Waterloo trying to cut into that big Mynderse lead. They just dominated both on the fast break and on their half-court offense, pounding it inside for the most part. And there's one of the few offensive opportunities, putbacks, no good, but a rebounding foul. Burkett to the line for a pair.
Yeah, really struggling even when they do get the putback to find a good look. And when they've had good looks, they've struggled to put it in on the putbacks.
And good looking for him, but it wouldn't go. Whereas Wilt Chamberlain is number 13. Not a lot of 13s you see being worn. Seeing a lot more people wearing jersey number 0 or 00. 1 out of 2 for Burkett.
Yeah, that wasn't a common number. It's become much more common amongst the players of this generation.
Stop and pop, partially blocked.
Yeah, late call by Joe DeSane.
Very late call.
It was a foul. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but it can be frustrating after the play's been over. And that's what Tim Lincoln's asking now. He's saying, hey, but he's not giving him too much.
That was an NBA makeup call.
Yeah.
Or I watched that quite a bit where if the ball goes in, they don't call it. But when the shot's missed, you'll get the foul called. Is Hannah Brown Trice at the line. I only had her for 3 first half points, but she seemed to be all over the court.
Yeah, she'll get a lot of rebounds. She steals it. She's a fire plug for this team for sure, spark plug. If they can get out of that trap, they're going to get numbers going the other way. There's the open 3 by Tilton.
The bomb.
That's money in the bank. Great find again. And that's what they haven't done tonight, which they normally do, is find that open three-point shooter. They've had success tonight without it. But Tilton, she's a streaky shooter, and when she's on, Dave, she is on.
And
I'm talking she can get hot fast.
Waterloo battling inside but couldn't convert. Jason and Jeremy Hunt on the camera, our production man, owner, manager, producer, Jim Senecropi. And a little reach-in foul.
Yep, up pressure and holding, I think, before she had the ball, and then when she got the ball, a little bit of contact. But Joe DeSane with a foul. And we'll see how Mynderse handles this press, and she got tackled again. No call.
35-15. It was 32-13 at the half.
Well, Burkett's really working out here for Waterloo. She's getting her some loose balls. Right there, she got a steal. She got a rebound down here. But some of the other Waterloo kids are just kind of jogging around, walking. They've given up. And I don't think there's going to be much of a battle this half as long as that continues and Coach allows those kids to walk around and stay in, that are walking around.
I had an interesting pregame talk with Coach Tim Lincoln as the officials are trying to get something straightened out. Could be the official scoring.
Yeah, I'm sure it has something to do with Albert Eller.
Not Carl Eller, huh? The Purple People Eaters.
No, another reference gone by my head.
You don't know that? Oh, they had a tremendous
the Vikings, and he is a Vikings fan.
Purple
Albert
People
Eller.
Eaters.
Yeah, I do remember it, but I don't remember him.
Eller, Page, Marshall, and I'm trying to remember the fourth member. This Jim Marshall, by the way, and I know this is before your time, was famous for picking up a fumble and rambling, 50, 60, 70 yards the wrong way for a touchdown.
I think I've
wrong
seen
way
that.
for
a safety for the other team. He thought he was getting a touchdown.
Or he might have just tossed the ball in the end zone and the other guy.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
But he was a great player for many years, Jim Marshall. 35-15 the score on the scoreboard. 2 minutes into quarter number 3. And it's rivalry night and senior night.
Burkett caused a turnover there. But they can't do anything with it on this other end, Dave. They don't seem to have a shooter. They don't seem to have anybody that penetrates. Really just a lackluster offense.
Zone, 2-3 zone by Mynderse. Turnaround. Jumper doesn't get the row. Rebound. No, but a foul. Will send, I think, Panic to the line.
Yep.
But I started to say, Tim Lincoln was telling me that he had a game at Palmac, and he couldn't quite get the girls to do exactly what he wanted. They were getting beat by 20, 21 points or so. So then he said, well, we're going to press man-to-man, and they did, and they were down 32, and they ended up losing the game by 12.
Yeah.
He said that kind of capsulizes the ups and downs of the efforts of the Indians. 1 out of 2 at the line for Jillian. That was her first point of the night.
Yep.
She had a big game in that upset in Waterloo just over a month ago.
Yeah, she sat a lot in the first half in foul trouble. She had 2 quick fouls. Came out in the first quarter.
Inside open underneath.
Wide
laying
open.
It up and in.
Just too easy.
Sarah
Good find by
Schaefer.
Barnett, but Sarah Schaefer's just wide open underneath. Nobody's guarding her. And that's what I'm talking about with this Waterloo team. They're not all 5 kids are on the same page. Not all 5 kids are putting forth the best effort. And,
Here's the bomb, Castiglione.
Yeah.
No chance. And Blue Devils come the other way and lost back. Driving, dishing out late. Castiglione throws up a runner, doesn't get the roll, and maybe got away with a bump there.
Yeah. She gets 15 points a game. I wonder how many shots she takes per game, Dave. She's shot a lot of shots tonight. She's forced up a lot.
But, of course, her aggressiveness is a positive when you don't have a lot of other girls doing that. Nice inside move, off glass and in. And was that Schaefer?
That was Schaefer, her 4th point of the quarter. Again,
she has
not very
10 in the
contesting.
game.
Yes, having a big game. The seniors are for Mynderse. Schaefer. Tilton's got a 3. Case had 10. Miller.
Had the opportunity to see the seniors with their coaches earlier today out for lunch.
I think, those. So they got Miller's not a senior. She's a junior. There are only 3 seniors playing, but the other 3 seniors playing good.
Looking to inbound into the game is Mary Dole. Dole?
That's Olivia Sobis for Waterloo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just got your rosters. Both wear 3.
Olivia Sobis.
Olivia's will be on the air during the boys' game, senior. And Lauren Jolly back to the line. She had a good first half off the bench, 3 points. Gave him some rebounding and some defense.
Yeah, nice looking foul shot by Lauren there. She'll have another, a junior. She'll be back next year for Coach Tim Lincoln. Second shot, short. And here come the Blue Devils, up by 22, midway, third quarter. Bomb from outside, no. Rebound was Jolly, and a reach-in foul goes against the Blue Devils. Have to look twice between Panic and Jolly, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, no doubt about it.
Dark-haired young ladies with ponytails, about the same height, listed both at 5'11".
Yeah, Jolly's got the shoulder strap on. Not affecting her foul shooting, though.
Not quite as tough as telling the Shawless girls apart.
No, I have a hard time with that one.
And Jolly makes the first free throw. She'll get another. High arcing shot. Grazes the right side of the rim. Goes out of bounds. Good effort on the save by Castiglione, but Mynderse has it back. Open three-pointer. Doesn't go. Rebound inside. Contact taken away. Here comes the try. Logan Castiglione throws up a runner and gets the roll. Looked like Kevin Korzeniewski with a scoop shot on that one.
She was stronger than me in high school, though.
Turnaround shot by Miller won't go in the lane. Waterloo trying to run, get something happen. Castiglione throws up a runner again. She does get a fair number of shots off. But
no doubt about it.
She's at the line drawing the foul. And
but as you know, I don't know if they're used to standing around and watching her shoot a lot, or she's the only one willing to penetrate and take it. You know, it's hard to tell without fouling them too much. It's only the second time I've seen them play.
Well, going strong to the hole is preferred to make good things happen rather than that deep perimeter passing that sometimes results in a desperation three.
Yep. Absolutely. 1 of 2.
Yep. 9 in the game unofficially for Logan. It's Logan's run. Driving the other way and fortunate.
Yeah, a lot of touch fouls. A lot of touch fouls I've seen called this quarter. Like to see the girls play a little bit. It's a lot of stop and go.
Hannah Brown Trice, a lot of fouls being called.
Yep. Yeah. Both 10. That's the 9th already. And sometimes the ref's got to look up and be like, well, geez, we're calling it, and I don't think it's been a very physical game per se. But here we are. Both teams shooting the bonus the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, there's still 3.5 to go, third quarter. Shot is up again, good again. Hannah Brown Trice, HBT. The lead at 20 at the 3:20 mark. Third quarter. Dave Barnick along with Kevin Korzeniewski.
This is one of those frustrating games as a coach. You look at, again, there's just no effort there from Waterloo. But you look up and you say, okay, we're down 20. What can we do? What can we do? Well, they got to score 20, and they haven't scored. They've scored 21 the whole game. They're not going to score 20 with 11 minutes to go, and they haven't had 20 in the first 19 minutes. 20 minutes.
On the positive side, Kevin, we did that Romulus South Seneca game expecting a barn burner.
Yeah,
we didn't expect that here. Romulus didn't score their 20th point until about 4 minutes left in the contest.
They are outscoring the Lady Warriors. There's no doubt about that. That was a rough night. The only thing I got out of that night, and I think I said it on air a couple times, is how the heck did Romulus almost beat them the first time?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I think the Falcons and Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, you might have some back-to-backs in postseason play with those two teams playing. We got a timeout on the court, and the next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. Downtown Lyons, where Jim Sinacropi and the Finger Lakes One crew will be this Thursday night. You'll love relaxing in the modern renovated theater at Omen Theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house, first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. And Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through the orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod online at littlejohnortho.com.
One thing I like that Coach Tim Lincoln, an adjustment that he's made here in the third quarter, is he's taken Castiglione off the ball and put her at the block as the number one scorer, trying to get the ball inside, getting better looks, maybe get Miller in foul trouble. But, he's pulled her off the point guard position that she's normally played, put her inside, and I like the adjustment that he's made. Hasn't helped too much, but, you get to a point where you got to try something.
Right. He knows the X's and O's with certainty and what to do, but you got to have the players able to execute.
Absolutely. Yeah, Anderson, I like the adjustment he just made. He took HBT and isolated her on the post. She has Olivia Sobis on her, standing at about 5'3". Big mismatch. Drew the foul, now going to the foul line. Coaching.
Hannah Brown Trice makes the foul shot. She's been to the line, I think this will be her sixth
I got it for sixth this quarter.
Of this quarter. And 3 foul shots in the first half. She misses the second of 2. Logan fires it up, goes down hard, and slow to her feet. We hope she's okay. Not yet.
Mynderse is going to get a wide open 3 for it.
Oh, she's
and I don't understand this. I don't get it. This happened in the South Seneca game. I think she'll be all right. At the South Seneca game, they did the same thing. LaVarnway got hurt against Mynderse. She got up. She starts walking back in the play. They blow the play dead. Now, the ruling is Mynderse has to succeed and make a pass out away from the basket. And right there, Mynderse made one pass. They were taking a 3, and he blew the whistle mid-jump shot.
I recall that play in Ovid very clearly, and I also thought they caught a really big break because Mynderse had
they scored a layup.
A very much an offensive advantage on that possession. But I didn't watch it on this time as I was watching the young lady.
It was the same thing, and Castiglione was not even out of the game, and neither was LaVarnway. LaVarnway was running back into the play.
She is a real warrior.
She is. Oh, my gosh, she is. No doubt about it. It's very fun to watch. It reminds me of Dennis Rodman without the attitude. I
think I may have unintentionally insulted Emily just then, calling her a warrior.
Oh, you could have. Yeah. I don't know if she would have picked up on it. But, again, I didn't like the call down in Ovid, and I don't like the call here in Seneca Falls. Let the kids – they got to finish that play.
Always tough on the officials. That's Kevin Korzeniewski.
No doubt about it.
And a nice turnaround baseline jumper goes by Castiglione. Here's the bomb the other way. Is short. Rebound fought for, slapped away, scramble, and I didn't see
we're not going to get out. This
time.
boys game might not start. I tell you what, this is unbelievable. I don't know. Neither coaches have been on the officials too much. They're just calling every touch.
Well, I think
every time these kids bump,
Tim's
there's a
trying
foul.
to figure out how can we make things work here, and Jerry's happy because his team's up by 20.
Well, the fans aren't going to be very happy if these guys keep getting whistle happy.
Good crowd on hand. It's filled in nicely here at Mynderse. I got here early, got the great parking spot.
Got a good spot out there?
Great. Yeah.
Not a good one, a great one. Got Aubrey O'Brien and Bree Burkett checking in for
my
Waterloo.
second trip to Seneca Falls of the day.
Twice?
Yeah.
What'd you come to town for?
Myself and a couple of my friends took Tom DeSanto to lunch. He'd had recent back surgery.
Again, we're not getting out of here tonight, Dave. Go ahead with your story. We've got lots of time.
I'm happy to see that he's coming along nicely. One of my golf partners.
So Jensen, what'd she do? I dozed
One
off
out
for
of
a
two,
second.
I believe.
Sorry, 1 out of 2, and now there's going to be a foul shooting contest.
It's that kind of
Kayla
game.
Snyder's going to the line for 2. A reach on Castiglione, which I didn't think was a reach, but here we are. Going to be a good time to talk about my adventure this afternoon. Headed out to Del Lago Casino for the first time.
His pockets were bulging when he showed up here. He was handing out $20 bills like they were going out of style.
Yeah, even if I had one, I wouldn't have handed out anything to anybody. But we went out to Del Lago. What a beautiful place that is. We'll touch on it after you get your reads in here.
Okay. We got a timeout, 45-24. Mynderse in front. And Aflac, when health changes for you or a loved one, it can change everything. But Aflac can help make sure the life you live is the life you never stop living. Learn more at aflac.com or contact Joe Calarco at 315-253-0495. Happy to have our sponsor with us. That's Aflac and Joe Calarco. And JIMMER'S Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at JIMMER'sAuto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. JIMMER'S Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes and athletics for over 40 years. So good trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I can't see. I'm gonna hold up here, see if the cameraman can get on here. But here's the last $5 I have to my name right now. I brought it home from Del Lago today. They had a members card club thing, and we got invited out and had some free food and a free drink. And they tested out. They open tomorrow. Tomorrow's their opening day. But my wife and I are fortunate enough to get out there today. And as we go on, maybe a couple minutes here down the third quarter, we can talk a little bit about all the great things it has. It's unbelievable. They're not a sponsor, but my wife and I had a great time out there.
Well, tomorrow's February 1st.
Yep.
So my question to you is, have you paid your lunch money up? Oh, the bomb from outside rattles and goes through for Aubrey O'Brien with the trifecta, the second of the night for Waterloo. And a throwaway. Have you paid your
taxes?
No.
Because I just spent them at Del Lago.
Your school lunches, have you paid ahead of time so you can eat, at least have a
No, I
hot
bring a lunch. I don't eat school lunch.
That could be bad.
Insulted that you think I do so.
The refrigerator could be empty.
The problem was I didn't pay my town taxes, and I spent all the money at Del Lago today at the blackjack table. But all seriousness, what a place, Dave. Well, we got a break. It's beautiful. You walk into Turning Stone, and Turning Stone is nice, but it's not a Vegas-style casino. If you've been to Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods, this is more like it, Del Lago. And if you're a Turning Stone fan, unless their bonuses or payouts or memberships are better, I'm not sure what Turning Stone had. But this is just beautiful. I mean, beautiful.
You're impressed
place.
with the ambiance.
Ambiance is great. I go to Vegas a lot. My brother lives in Vegas. This is a Vegas-style casino, really sharp looking. The Mackenzie Childs bathroom's beautiful. Everything was done with nice detail. Very impressed by Del Lago. They got the food court with local Cicino's in it. And that was great. So we went in the food court tonight, my wife and I. We got some Cicino's takeout for the kids, and Moe's right next door, and Smashburger next to that. We sampled a little bit of everything. All three of those look like they're in great shape. They got a Mackenzie Child store. They got the Vine restaurant, which is a New Orleans-themed Cajun-type restaurant. Food smelled delicious. We walked through, people were eating there. We went through the buffet. We didn't eat. It was packed, the buffet was. But the food looked delicious. So I can't really report back on that. But, man, if you're thinking about getting out there, get out there this weekend and check it out because you'll be impressed. If you like that type of atmosphere and gaming is your thing, great. If not, they got great entertainment. They got great bars.
And if whistles are your thing,
well, then
stick
stay
right
here. Stick right here. Thank God I went to
Del Lago.
I plan to check
that place out in a week or two. But I bought tickets to one of the events coming.
Florida?
On the I don't know who that is. But I bought them on the recommendation of my son and a couple of the New York Chiropractic College students who tell me that the Impractical Jokers are a riot.
Yeah, so I watched the show over the past week because I never did. My kids watch it. I wasn't a fan, but that's what's great. They got country out there. They got R&B. They've got rock and roll. They've got comedians. They've got a gamut of entertainment, and it's only been, it's not even open. Doesn't even open till tomorrow.
Well, Miller made 2 free throws during that public service announcement by Kevin and takes a seat on the bench. She's had a big game.
If you're you're home and you wanted somebody to go with, you got nobody to go with, call me. I'll take a ride out there with you.
Look out right here and protect the equipment, protect the announcers.
That's more important. The announcers are more important than the commentator is more important than the equipment.
I told
Logan
Jason that was his
had
job.
half a foot out on that one. Great hustle by her, but when she grabbed it, she did have a big.
You could see it?
Size 10 out, yeah.
Not 10.
But great hustle.
Go easy on those.
Female 10.
Different than the about male 10. 8.5.
No, we'll get around and ask her. I'll bet you a $5 Del Lago chip on it. Hey, I'll also bet you $10 there's 3 more fouls called in the last 35 seconds. If you want to go on that.
She just got one. She'll be at the line shooting a pair. 47-27. This is the first half of a daily double header.
Between all the fouls they're calling, ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. Pour another glass of wine. We've got senior night as well that we're dealing with, and a lot of quick whistles.
And a 19-point lead for the Mynderse Blue Devils. Castiglione will try to cut it by one more. She does. And here comes Mynderse trying to answer quickly. No, and a rebound by Waterloo with 25 seconds left in the quarter.
That's Mary Dole that just took that shot and checked into the game for Mynderse. Sophomore guard. Forward, I should say, sorry.
O'Brien.
And also over here, we got a senior checked in.
Castiglione draws the foul again. She herself may draw 3 fouls in these last.
I got to give a shout out to 21 Connor Perro for Waterloo seniors checked in the game. And
how about these sneakers that Madison Barnett is wearing? Are they?
Yeah, they're multicolored.
They
they're all over the place. Really funky sneaks she's got on.
I remember there was DeWall from Waterloo that would he had 2 pairs of sneakers and he'd mix them up every other game. I think that was his name.
Yeah, there was a DeWall. But
2 out of 2 for Castiglione, and she made
Start
6
the clock.
free throws.
And now they're not starting the clock. And Tim Lincoln's getting angry. I hope they don't really score it there good. I'm glad they got that shot out.
3-pointer won't go by Snyder.
Now he might
Waterloo.
Kevin Korzeniewski Gruden.
Heidi
And I
Miller
did a
with her
terrible
first second half
impersonation there.
bucket.
I could do much better on that. Spazzato voice I got going, but
He
would agree with
before the night's
So
over.
I think you need to get him in here and talk to him about that because he said the same thing you just said to me last night, 24 hours ago at the JV game.
Well, I'm holding off till the boys' game for
All
one
right.
other shot that I have to make sure I give you. A la one Pat Prain. Shot from the side is good by Haley Case.
Well, I'm gonna
5 fourth-quarter points.
I'm going to give you a little
for
trivia
the senior.
question. Who was the last Waterloo boys varsity coach to beat a Mynderse Academy team?
It wasn't John Dunn.
Nope. It was not the
it
great
wasn't Joe
John
Spazzato.
Donnan. It was almost Joe. You remember Joe came back for a stretch. I don't know, Dave, if you're following basketball at the time. Joe came back for a stretch in, I think, around 2008, 2009.
And with that, I may have missed that bucket right there, in that last bucket by Waterloo.
I don't know. Again,
59-40. Not Tom Benetti.
Nope. Tom Benetti, no.
It hasn't been that long.
We can
Has it
ask,
been that
ask
long?
Coach Kevin Dinan who the last Waterloo basketball coach was to beat the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, 2006, 2007. He says nobody cares.
Anna Brown-Trice makes the free throw. She's had an effective game. She's had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 trips to the charity stripe.
I'm glad you have the mental capacity to still pay attention.
Well, I
to
may
this
have
stuff.
missed the bucket there. It's 60-40, and she misses that one. She's 7 for 13. 60-40 your score. 149 remaining at halftime. In between games will be the senior night program. They'll be honoring. They'll be highlighting the seniors, of course, from Mynderse, but I'm sure they'll mention. I suspect they'll mention, as they did a year ago, the Waterloo seniors as well.
Yep.
That goes boys, girls, and cheerleading squads.
Yep. It's going to be a long night here. Jim better start paying us overtime. So I stumped you. I stumped you on a trivia question?
I'm not. It's Waterloo. My memory is not what it should be. And missing 2 free throws was Jolly. Scramble for the loose ball, and getting the ball but rolling out of bounds was Lauren Jolly.
I'll give you a multiple choice. How's that?
Oh, okay. We'll go for that.
So from 2006 to now, I'll give you 3 people that coach.
When was
2006,
the year?
2007.
Wow,
it's been
long.
10 years.
That's unreal.
Since Waterloo has beaten Mynderse Academy in boys basketball.
Wow.
Jeff Panic, Ben Ramo, or Kevin Korzeniewski.
Kevin Korzeniewski.
You got it, buddy. The last time we beat him, Waterloo. And I say we now that
They're going to bring you back.
No, I don't know about that. Spazzato would probably jump off a canal before he let me coach there again.
Inside.
Maya Willower into the game, senior for Waterloo.
Boy, and she had the low post move, and it just wouldn't go. As we're down to 1 minute and 1 second remaining in this one. A 60-40 lead by the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, well on their way to avenging their lone league loss of the season.
I got another trivia for you. Pat Prain, not trivia, but a fact.
Turnaround
undefeated
jumper
as a varsity coach.
Won't go.
And he coached the game last year. Won last year. I think he's won 3 this year. He's 4-0. Never lost. Never lost as a coach.
Pat Prain.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. He only had 1 game at the helm last year. I told him.
Quit when you're on top.
Yeah.
Or it's Jack DiPaolo, my
He'll
old broadcast.
retire with the greatest winning percentage in the history of Mynderse Academy basketball.
And entering the game, her first action is Connor Perrell. She has it now.
There's Sobis. Fire the 3. Trying to set
traffic.
Yep.
With just 40 seconds left. She fires it up.
Another rebound by Jolly.
Inside Jolly, no. And a little bump foul on Maya Willower. That's a Romulus name, Willowers, by the way.
Yep, I think so. I think you are correct with that. I think she has some Romulus in her. Down the bloodline a little bit.
So that'll send Mary Dole, am I saying her name right?
You are.
At
Mary
the
Dole,
line.
father of the principal here at Mynderse Academy, took over for the long-time tenured Tony Ferrara, and Andy Dole has taken over for him, and that's his daughter.
Irony of what you just said is when I saw Tony earlier, I first said, hi, Mike.
Yeah, it happens, I'm sure, a lot.
And both here tonight, by the way.
Yep, both in attendance.
It
I think
wouldn't
it's
be
the
a
mustache.
Mynderse game.
If one of them would shave the mustache, it'd be easier to tell. There's the Sobis 3.
Mike doesn't have a mustache.
No, he doesn't. I'm kidding. He has before, though, in the past.
Okay. Well, then he did shave it.
Yeah, and you still can't get it right.
We're coming down to the final seconds. Will Mynderse heave one up here at the buzzer? Doesn't look like they want to. Yep, she
HBC
does, and it won't go. And that will do it. 61-40. The Mynderse ladies all over Waterloo. Give Waterloo girls credit for hanging in there or fighting back
they
somewhat,
fought back in
especially the
third.
latter part of the third and fourth quarters. But a victory nonetheless for Mynderse, and they move to 8-1 in the league, 13-3 overall. And we'll be back and wrap this game up after these commercial words.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
And welcome back to the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium in Seneca Falls, New York. If you're joining us or watching along, we are in the midst of senior night, and Aiden Trout, senior for Mynderse Academy boys team, has just been announced, escorted by his parents. They just announced the Waterloo seniors. The next senior that they're announcing is senior Brett Anderson, escorted by his parents, Michael and Lisa Anderson. Brett, the youngest of 3, last one to go through this festivities for the Anderson family. And it's a special night for all seniors involved here at Mynderse on the boys, girls side, as well as the cheerleaders. They'll be honoring all of them here in the next few minutes. Then the teams will warm up. We'll get into the second half of our action tonight. The boys from Waterloo here in Seneca Falls. We had a 61-40 victory in the girls contest. Mynderse dominated really from the get-go. Waterloo tried to pull back late in the third, early in the fourth, but Mynderse pulled away for a 21-point victory. As we go on through the senior night, we'll try to recognize the seniors that get called out. Next senior that we have coming for the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, they have 4, is Jacob Jones, escorted by Timmy and Missy Jones. That's Tim and Missy Jones. If you can hear Athletic Director Scott Redding announcing this is his 3rd year as a varsity player. He's thanking his coaches, Praying and Ciati. I think you can kind of just hear it as they talk. Yeah, Jake's had a great career here at Seneca Falls. A lot of big shots. 3-year player, gets a lot of minutes. Here in his senior year, I'm sure his only 2 goals are a league championship and a sectional championship. And I know that's the drive and focus of this team here. So Jake Jones, great career. And another Jake is going to get called out next. Senior Jake Meehan, who came over from Romulus as a freshman, I believe. He's a 3-year varsity player. He is attending Canton College, studying sports management. Probably going to play some basketball at Canton, SUNY Canton. And he's had a heck of a career here at Mynderse. Just very fun to watch, hardworking, good .4 really. I wouldn't call him a center, but a .4. Heck of a passer, can score, very athletic. One of the more athletic kids we've had in our programs in recent years here at Mynderse Academy. And as I say that, in between the boys, I'm not sure if they're going to announce the cheerleaders. I don't see the girls out here. The cheerleaders are Dave Barnick is going to join us back in.
Kevin, that's Jake, right?
Jake Meehan.
Yep. Yeah. Did they say where he's going to school?
They said he's going to SUNY Canton. Yep. And
I heard the sports management
Sports
part.
management at SUNY Canton.
And, of course, my son, graduate of SUNY Cortland. Very proud of both my children. He, of course, with a degree in sports management, working with the Sacramento Kings.
That's a great gig.
I'm greatly looking forward to my trip out there in March because I'm going to be witnessing for the first time ever in my life some March Madness games in person.
Oh, that's great. I've done that a lot.
Yeah,
you love that arena. You've talked about it before. It used to be the Arco Arena, correct, out there in Sacramento?
Then it was Sleep Train after, they're all named after sponsors. It's a sponsor now is a credit union, Golden One Center.
Yeah, it's catching March Madness games are always a lot of fun. A lot of passion, enthusiasm. Everybody's out. Could be their last game. Kind of like sectionals around here.
We don't have a list of the cheerleaders, I don't think.
No, I think as they get called, I think there's only a couple. I might be able to piece it together,
they
but
put
I'm not sure.
A lot of time and effort into their craft as well, and this is really, while it's honoring the seniors, it's really about the parents and grandparents, I think, Kevin, in many, many respects.
Yeah, as a coach, you get frustrated with it sometimes, and as a fan, but it really is. It's a shout-out to the individual who puts a ton of time into the program over the years between rec and travel and AAU, and then also it's the parents. It's their night. They put a lot of sacrifice, a lot of driving, a lot of money into this craft that their kids are doing, and it's a night to honor them as well. And the girls are honoring Haley Case.
Now, their mother's maiden name is Shields because that family was a Romulus family as well.
Yep, I do know that, yeah.
And I recognize grandmother and mother.
South Enders. But Haley's, I think a 3 to 4. I think it's her 4th year on varsity, but this year she's really come along. I watched her over the summer. My daughter played with these girls over the summer, and I was really impressed on how markedly improved she got. And she's really can't come a long way. She's having a great senior year, and I think in a conversation, I don't want to quote him, but I'm almost 99% sure that Jerry said his most improved player he's ever had. So that's quite impressive.
Well,
good compliment by the coach.
I ran into both Pat Prain and the seniors and Jerry Anderson and the senior girls at lunch today, I guess, which is a thing they do. They take them to lunch, which was real nice. And I mentioned how proud I was of how hard they played in that South Seneca game, and that if they played that hard all the time, Coach Anderson was sure to be proud of them, and he said, I'm always proud of the girls, so which was a great response.
Yep. And there's Mr. and Mrs. Schaefer out there, not Charlie. That's okay. Buzz Schaefer. That's his nickname, Paul Schaefer.
Hopefully he's not a Notre Dame fan.
I think he is.
I think Charlie, I know is.
I don't think you can be a Schaefer and not be a Notre Dame fan.
It's in the bloodlines, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And Sarah, great lacrosse and basketball player, and kind of the glue of this team, handles the ball for them, great defensive player. good rebounder. Not a big scorer, although tonight I think what you have 12, Dave. If you got her number, you got her line right there.
I'm going to get all the totals unofficial as they are.
But she had a good night offensively tonight. And she'll be on with Olivia Sobis at halftime of the boys' game. Looking forward to that. Two good kids. And just, crowd just kind of chilling. Hopefully waiting for a couple dunks in the boys' game. Hopefully it's a competitive contest.
Thing, looking at the Mynderse numbers, unofficial as they are, 4 players in double figures, Kevin, led by Heidi Miller's 15 points, 11 points apiece for Haley Case and Hannah Brown-Trice, 10 points for Sarah Schaefer, a trifecta, 3 points for Megan Tilton, Madison Barnett with 5, a point from the foul line for Mary Dole, and 4 points all from the free throw stripe by Kayla Snyder. We had a lot of free throws in that first game, as Kevin pointed out numerous times. 61 on that side of the ledger. On the other side, we'll get these Waterloo totals again unofficially, mostly captured by Logan Castiglione.
And just a quick shout out because we've announced all the other ones, but that's Megan Tilton, senior Megan Tilton, sharpshooter, getting called out for her senior night, and another kid that's been on the varsity for 3-4 years and really having a great senior year.
So for Waterloo, 3 points by Jillian Panic, Lauren Jolly with 5. Speaking of rhymeless last names, I don't know if that's
Jolly.
Jolly is a name known.
Well, they're big. That's a Waterloo. Tom Jolly is the father. Billy Jolly, the uncle.
Bree Burkett had 6, the team's second leading scorer. Carrie Jensen with 3. Aubrey O'Brien, a 3-point basket for 3. And unofficially with 20 points, Logan Castiglione, the leading scorer in the game for either team. That's a good news, bad news scenario, Kevin. She had 20, but nobody else had more than 6.
Yeah.
And the final, 61-40. The Mynderse Academy Lady Blue Devils victorious tonight. And you keep giving those names if you can.
I missed that senior cheerleader. Sorry about that. I tried to listen to who it was, and that was the only lone senior, but the school didn't provide us with a name on that, so
that was
wish
just
we could have given a shout out. I'll get her
we'll
name.
Get
one
that
name. Yeah.
If you can get that at halftime of the next game, if halftime next game. We're going to take a commercial timeout, and we'll be back and have the pregame for our nightcap, Mynderse Waterloo boys, right after this.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
At Mynderse Academy, and the girls just wrapped up a 61-40 victory over Waterloo, and they honored the senior boys and girls and cheerleaders, including cheerleaders, moments ago. And now we have teams warming up from both squads for the boys game. I'm Dave Barnick. Kevin Korzeniewski will rejoin me shortly, along with the cameramen being worked, the Hunt brothers. We see number 5 is in attendance here tonight. Matt Verke to my left, as he'll be calling the game Thursday at Lyons, and they'll have their hands full on Finger Lakes 1 as they're taking on the Wayne County League champion Clyde Savannah Golden Eagles. Boy, those two teams have dominated being at or near the top in the Wayne County League for as long as I've been around, and that's quite a while. And we'll have all the actions for you on Finger Lakes 1 this Thursday night from Lyons. Here tonight, we fully expect the Mynderse boys. It will take a Herculean effort by Waterloo to not be dominated by the Mynderse Academy Blue Devil boys. It's kind of interesting the way it works, and you find this as Kevin has rejoined me after a very short respite. I know he wasn't gone long enough to make a quick trip to Del Lago, but those days are coming. But it's interesting. So often when you have an exceptional team, say the boys, the girls are also excellent, and that's the case in Mynderse again this year. Opposite in the south end of the county, the boys struggle. The girls, defending state champions, en route to contending for another title perhaps. But as I was saying, Kevin, going to be tough for Waterloo not to be dominated tonight. They were not dominated the first time these two teams met. Neither of us thought Mynderse played particularly great. Waterloo got a good start, and it resulted in about a 12-point victory or something like that for the Mynderse boys, but it came hard. I don't know if tonight that'll be the case.
Yeah, last time we came into both these games thinking both would be lopsided events. The girls came out and won. The boys came out and made it a contest. Mynderse sat in a 2-3 zone. Ransom Benedicts took advantage of that, hit 5 first-half three-pointers, Dave, and really kept Waterloo in the game for the first half. Mynderse went on a little bit of a run in the second quarter, finished with a 10-point halftime lead, but struggled the second half, only won by 13. Not quite the blowout that I'd expect. Tonight, I go in, I predict a 25 to 30-point win tonight by Mynderse Academy. I think they're going to get out. They're going to have some fun. It's senior night. They're going to play some man-to-man defense, really bother the kids. The Benedict brothers aren't starting. So I think that's a very pivotal position for Waterloo. Mynderse gets up and pressures. Who's going to handle the ball? I know Christian Everts will be called on to take care of the point guard duties along with Jacob Webb. And can those guys handle the Mynderse Academy pressure early? If I'm Coach Pat Prain for Mynderse Academy, I'm telling them, we got to get a big lead, and we got to send a message early. Let's get the crowd involved. Let's get up and down. Let's get up and press, and we'll see what happens.
And this would be a good time. I wanted to make sure I did it. I wanted to extend my best wishes. You might even know this gentleman better than myself, but Nick Ciotti, from all my interactions with him, a real classy, genuinely good guy, put in several years as a head coach, or 2.5 years. He relinquished control of the team this year for his own reasons, and Pat Prain has successfully taken over so far. Tough job, despite as well as Mynderse is playing. Anytime you're throwing all of a sudden from an assistant to a head coach midway or a little later than midway in the season. But I look forward to seeing Nick around and at the golf course in a couple of months or so. And I thank him for his efforts. And a lot of times they talk about people being good at one thing or good at another, but a better person than they are at whatever trade. And that's the case with Nick, as far as I know him. Really good guy.
Great guy. You couldn't have said it better. Really congenial, nicest guys you'll ever meet, and you never ran into a person that ever had a problem with Nick. And I know the kids miss him, and the coaching staff misses him. And he had a tough decision to make. It wasn't easy. I know it took him a while. It didn't happen overnight. He thought about it for a long time. And for health reasons, he stepped down as coach, and that's the most important thing. Sometimes we get caught up in basketball, and it's it's high school basketball. You're here to mold kids and hopefully win some games. And he's doing what's best for him and his family. He's got 3 kids himself. He's starting to have grandkids, and he wants to be around a long time to see these kids. So a big life choice for him to make, but probably the one that's best for him and his family.
Yeah, nothing is forever. I mean, you can change your mind at a later date and do other things as you choose. But I've enjoyed getting to know Nick a little bit over the years, and I'm sure he is wishing. His heart's probably torn a bit watching this game here tonight, if he is indeed tuning in, which he may be. Again, the game itself, and we're not going to spend a lot of time, but there have been several coaches changes in Seneca County during this basketball season, including a new head coach at South Seneca as well. This game, Mynderse, maybe you can talk just a little bit what you know about how things stack up for them as they head toward the sectionals. They won a big game that was broadcast on Finger Lakes 1 last Friday, defeating Wayne.
Yeah, that's 6 sectional points for them as a Class B playing a Class A. And if you don't know how sectional points work, it's all weighted on what classification you're playing. You get even points for a B if you're in a B, and you can get more points going up, and you can lose points going down even on a win. You don't get as many points. So a giant victory to keep them ahead in the win column, a giant victory for 6 points in sectionals, and they're pretty much guaranteed, even if they lose a game or two, the 1 seed. And that game last week was really big for that. Even if they lost, they would only lost 4 points. But as far as the sectional points go, because they're in B and they play some A's and a lot of B's in the league, they will be poised to get a 1 seed, which is great because the other 2 teams, there's really, in my mind, 3 teams that can win this bracket. Mynderse being 1, Newark being 2, and the 3rd team being Early College out of Rochester. And those 3 teams.
Who was that second team again, Kevin?
Early College.
No, the one before.
Newark. The Newark Reds. And so they've split. And then the city school, they don't. I'm not sure. I know that they beat Clyde, so that's one common opponent. So I look at it as a 3-horse race in Class B. Livonia comes in as the 4 seed. They're the top team in Livingston County, but I don't think Livingston County is as strong as it normally has been. And that's who Mynderse would meet up in the semis. But I really feel if Mynderse plays its game and plays its cards right, kind of walks into the final game against either Newark or Early. Let those 2 guys battle out, and Mynderse can play them in the finals.
And as much success as they've had in the tough Finger Lakes East in recent years, sectional success has not been found. I think they lost a tough one in the semis a year ago, if my memory serves correct.
To Wellsville.
So happy to see Jim Sinacropi here tonight, because I had concerns that he might be getting a phone call and was going to be announced as our next Supreme Court nominee, but he's still here in Seneca Falls, where he tries to see that justice prevails with the Finger Lakes 1 crew.
That's right. Yeah, he's got his priorities lined up.
He's chatting with Mike Alessio.
I want to, before we talk about Mike, maybe it's just we don't talk about him at all, because I want to mention the senior cheerleader.
Go for it.
Kiara Jones was the girl. I went out in the bathroom and checked, and I had to check. I just got a text from a good buddy of mine, Hannah Smith, and said it's Kiara Jones. That's who she's watching from home. So the lone senior cheerleader for this Mynderse Academy Level 2, that was Kiara Jones out here with her parents, and kudos
nice job,
to her.
Kiara. Yes.
Yep.
Good job, and we congratulate the seniors. It's always a big transition and a different transition for these high school student athletes as they move on here, many to college and other endeavors. We're about 4 minutes away from starting lineups being introduced. Waterloo are going to have their hands full. Their record 2-7 in the league, 4-11 overall. Mynderse just one league loss, much like exactly the same as the women at 9-1, while the
and one thing I want to talk about, Dave, if you don't mind me interjecting there, is what we're looking at with Waterloo tonight is 2 JV call-ups. Jackson Westfall has been brought up as a sophomore. Big kid inside, has the height, not really the physical size yet to compete at the varsity level, but Coach Kevin Dinan thought it was time to get these guys up and getting some minutes with the type of season they've had. They beat Geneva Friday night. They beat your South Seneca Falcons Saturday night. They've won 2 in a row coming in. So they are taking a step in the right direction with their youth. But really what's leading them is the sophomore Derek Saluka, who has gone for 20 multiple times since he's been called up. And now tonight, without Jarrett in the lineup, he'll be called on a little bit earlier, so we'll see how he handles that in this type of atmosphere. Very hard-working kid, tough competitor, lefty. He shoots it, he slashes,
And his father was an excellent player.
Yes.
Mike.
Derek's going to be much better than his father. And I can say that because I know
Here
Mike
we
well.
go.
I was at Brockport, and Mike was at Brockport. Actually, one semester tried talking Mike into playing for us at Brockport, but I just couldn't get him off the couch, so he's going to have to answer to that one when he's watching this one home with his son today. I coached Derek in 7th grade. He looks just like his grandfather, Teddy Saluka, and I always called him Teddy. And some of the kids, my own son still thinks his name's Teddy, doesn't know his name's Derek. But I don't know if you know Mike's dad, Teddy. Long-time big sports fan out of Waterloo, athlete himself, I think in Geneva. And I think he looks a spitting image to his grandfather. So if I call him Teddy by mistake, at least now you know as you're watching why I do it. But that's Westfall coming over.
Well, we will see how Derek and the Dominoes go tonight. And,
another reference that I should know but gone over my head.
Eric Clapton, Derek and the Dominoes.
All right. I know Eric Clapton. But, so, you're going to have to lean on some sophomores tonight to help you out. They're going to have to stop the three. I interviewed Jarrett Benedicts at halftime. I said, what do you got to do? He says, we got to keep Jake Mean off the glass. He says, we can't let him get rebounds and kick it out for threes, and I think that's important. They didn't do a great job of that the first game, but they did score with them. So we'll see what happens. But I look for Mynderse to take an early lead and keep it throughout the whole game.
Now that we know Jim Sinacropi is with us for the duration tonight, after this commercial timeout, Kevin Korzeniewski will give you his reliable Super Bowl lock for this Sunday. This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is made possible through the support of Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app, or visit them online at mygenbank.com. And serving great lunches and dinners daily in downtown Seneca Falls is Red's Place. Visit Red's Place, where they have awesome daily specials, homemade soups, and the best burgers and wings in Seneca County. visit menshalloffame.com or check out Red's Place on Facebook for their full menu. And we're hearing the introductions about to be made.
You want to know also I have a problem with, since I'm airing my grievances again?
I think we're going to be on the same page on this one.
The double national anthem. My problem is the double national. I hope they don't do another national anthem here. We've done it already once tonight. Let's just call the players out and play. But what was your grievance?
Okay. We have the starting lineups being introduced. Do you have a Super Bowl prediction while we have a moment?
I already said it earlier with the kids when I had them on. I took New England 34, Atlanta 24.
You must have 4-4 somewhere.
No, I don't know if I do. I don't even look. I got my sheet, but I don't even look at my numbers. So that's Christian Everett's the guard that'll start, junior guard.
He's listed at 5'7". I'm not sure.
He's not. He's about 5'5", but he plays 5'7". He plays bigger than he is. He's a tough kid. We got Tim Imhoff starting underneath. We've got,
not to be confused with Daryl Imhoff, former Los Angeles Laker.
Daquan Kingston. I knew that was coming tonight. Daquan Kingston inside. We got the sophomore I spoke about already, the call-up, Derek Seneca. And the other Jake for Waterloo, Jake Webb, junior guard.
Just the facts, ma'am. That's Jack Webb, Dragnet. And Mynderse, actually, if I had my druthers, rather than do two national anthems, maybe do the school alma mater.
Yeah.
Before the.
Just like Romulus.
Well, I mean, on senior night,
right?
With both teams playing.
Yeah, and in a crowd like this. And, I love that alma mater I heard up in Romulus. I thought that was great. So I'm looking to see if they're starting seniors. That was a question you always go through as a varsity coach. Do you start seniors because it's senior night? But he isn't. He's starting sophomores and juniors. So
bit of a surprise, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought some of those seniors, you've got Jake Meehan, you've got Aiden Trout, you've got Jake Jones, and you got Brett Anderson. 3 of the 4 seniors start. I don't think it'd be very difficult to get the 4th senior in there, but coach going against that, and I always had a hard time with that. There was a year we were playing a really tough senior night, and I didn't start one of the seniors, and the kids came to me and they said, Coach, you always start seniors. You got to start this last senior.
You learn from the kids sometimes.
And I started the kid. Doesn't he hit the first 2 threes of the game? He hadn't probably hit a 3 all year.
Well, it'll be Brett Anderson, Kellen Karaher, Devin Anderson, Jake Mean, and who's my 5th starter I'm missing there? Well, anyway, we're underway. Mynderse has it.
Karaher, Anderson,
Jake Jones. The first
Anderson
5 listed.
No relation on the Andersons. Waterloo in the man-to-man.
So a couple of Jakes starting, 1 for each team tonight.
I like the man-to-man by Waterloo. Mynderse doesn't run much of an offense. They don't do anything with the ball. They get a steal here. I like to start with the man.
Driving strong to the hole and going down hard is Mean.
That's a travel.
He misses the layup. And here comes.
He threw the ball and caught it himself. You can't do that. That's an advancement of the ball without another player touching it.
Waterloo with a basketball.
And Mynderse in the man-to-man.
Seneca gives it up. Driving, going reverse, hits it underneath the basket. No good.
Find.
Layup up and in by Karaher on a very effective, impressive-looking fast break. 2-0 Mynderse.
Yeah, that was a great find. Jake Mean handles the ball out in the court. Great athlete. Finds Kellen Karaher for an easy layup. And here they go pushing again.
Imhoff shot no good, and Mynderse does look to run.
If you watch Mynderse, though, just that they don't transition well. They all go right to the arc except for Mean, and they kind of get in each other's way, and
don't fill the lanes like you'd like to see them do.
No. Slows it down.
Patrick Preen, your varsity coach, the shot
nice
no good,
tapped
up, no. Good effort. And a travel as a couple of Waterloo players battled for it. They had it. And actually, Mynderse had retreated defensively.
Yeah, kind of like the tie-up we saw in the girls' game.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Daquan couldn't get his footing down because he was so close to another Waterloo player.
Our friend Dave Eichenhofer calls Kevin Korzeniewski and myself Finger Lakes One Dream Team, in case our friend Dave is
give a shout-out to Dave. Dave, my financial advisor.
He'll be unhappy to hear about what you did earlier. Mynderse.
No, he doesn't want me out of that casino. Good
runner,
board by
no
Mean.
good. And,
nice block by Kingston.
Mean wanted the foul. He was hacked. No call.
It's good pace at tonight against in the man-to-man.
Waterloo's man-to-man. No scoring yet in the second quarter. Here's a little jump half hook. No, saved by Waterloo and slapped out of bounds.
Yep,
Mynderse will get, their fourth opportunity on this.
Yeah, too many second
court.
chance. And Mean's not even in the game right now. And Waterloo's still getting beat on the glass and the loose balls, and that's one thing that Mean does great. But Hunter Haas will do that, and Trout will also do that. They're giving Waterloo fits on the glass.
And it's not for lack of effort, because Waterloo is certainly putting out 100%.
There he
Inside
is.
feed,
Trout.
Quinn. Excuse me, Trout, the mighty Trout. (20-9). Inside 7 minutes. Seneca loves that runner, but that floater's not going. He gets the rebound, looks for help. Bottled up, turnaround jumper, no. Rebound contact, inside feed, and the basket would have counted by Daquan Kingston. He'll go to the line for a pair. A lot of contact inside.
Yep. Good.
Like
good
seeing the
movement.
physical game.
Yeah, me too. Kids, these guys want it. Waterloo down in the league. They want to beat this rivalry. Like we said earlier in the girls' game, it's been 10 years. 10 years since Waterloo's beaten Mynderse in boys basketball.
I can still remember when Bill Russell was an announcer, Kevin, and that in itself is many years ago. He was one of the greatest players of all time, the greatest winner of all time. But I remember he always used to say, football is a collision sport, but basketball is a contact sport.
I don't know if I agree with this sub here. Jake Mean checks in with 6:30 to go in the second quarter. He's got 2 fouls. You've got a 9-point lead now after the foul shot, but you got a comfortable lead. He's got 2 fouls. The way the refs have been calling the game, there's been some weird calls,
So the 92 graduate from Mynderse, as Waterloo comes with a steal, questioning his teammate, Pat Prain's
I got to keep it
move.
fair. I got to keep it honest as I would.
Pat Prain, as we got a foul called.
I understand you want to get him minutes and keep him in, but, you got a nice cushion. You don't really need him. Trout was playing good inside. You got Robinson on the bench. You got Haas that you can turn to. I just hate to see it. Here comes Robinson now as I say it, so there you go. But I'd hate to see him pick up a third one.
Well, in the addition to the emergence of Pat Prain and Jerry Anderson, cream rolls rising to the top from that class of 92. Pat Prain wanted me as Seneca drives to the hole, lays it up and in with his first hoop of the night. The sophomore. The shot inside Mean, no, a block, and he's got called for. Mean is now jawing with the official a little bit, wants a call.
Yeah, very frustrated. You can tell he's frustrated on senior night early.
But getting back to that, Coach Prain wanted me to exemplify the point that not only have they emerged, but that the hair situation much better with Anderson and Prain.
No doubt about it.
The Finger Lakes
But the overall level of fitness award goes to Korzeniewski.
Although Pat's a workout man, too, I will say.
Like I said, the overall level of fitness award goes to Korzeniewski.
At the line for Mynderse.
He made the first. Didn't he?
No, he missed.
He missed it? Okay,
missed
sorry.
The first.
Billy, this is the General's nephew. This is Bill Grant's nephew here, Jake Robinson.
Jake? Another Jake.
A lot of Jakes out here tonight, both ends.
If any of them have the nickname Jake the Snake, like the former NFL quarterback Jake Plummer, he missed 2 free throws. Man, I got to do a story on that team of yours one of these days. I got to put together a story for Finger Lakes One, a documentary. That would be a great story. That's 25 years, isn't it?
90. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Doesn't seem like it, but
17,
now you really depressed me.
Sorry.
Nice
Inside,
pass.
wide open, turn around. Look what I found. Over-aggressive defense allowed Brett Anderson to find himself wide open. And I'd like to credit the gentleman, the teammate who gave him that nice pass. We got a timeout on the court. And with that timeout, we would like to tell you that Therascar is a dye-free, fragrance-free medical-grade product that improves the appearance of scars and aids in the treatment of cuts, burns, acne, eczema, and psoriasis. Learn about the benefits and why people here in the Finger Lakes are so excited about Therascar at 5starmedicalcorp.com. And we thank them for their sponsorship, along with Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. They are well known for their large portions and great home-cooked meals. A large selection of breakfast items and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place and check out their menu at pennysplacerestaurant.com. Well, we're approaching midway point, 5:25 remaining, second quarter. 9-point Waterloo lead. Their effort has been just spectacular, but Mynderse still with good numbers and a 9-point lead.
Well, if you look out on there, and with no disrespect to the Waterloo kids, but you go man for man at every position, Mynderse is better. There's some good players out here for Waterloo, but I can't look at a matchup out there and say, okay, Waterloo's got that matchup. They don't. So to only be down 9 here is good if they can get a bucket.
Wow, look at that shot.
Yeah, it was a quick release.
That almost started a low-pressure area in the gymnasium. It was way up high, and Mean gets the friendly roll. He had a tough start. That's his first bucket after about 8 misses in tight. And the lead double digits at 11. Yeah, one of my, all kidding aside, one of my all-time favorite teams, your Mynderse state championship team. Great team. Great group. Here's a...
Going to run out here.
I don't know if they wanted the big guy Imhoff taking that shot. Here comes Mynderse the other way, stopping, driving, laying it up and in.
Nice pass by
Jake Robinson, I believe.
Yeah, Jake Robinson.
And a steal.
Yeah.
Anderson goes reverse. No. Mean. I think they got Mean over the back, or they call it the other way.
They got a Jake Webb push on Jake Mean.
Boy, Jake Mean is so active. Harnessing that would seem to be an issue at times.
Yeah, it used to be. He's done a much better job. He's a lot like LaVarn Way from South Seneca. You know, goes up after all block shots, goes up after every rebound, and he does a good job of staying out of foul trouble. He does a good job of being the catalyst for this team.
Both coaches using multiple substitutions in this fast-paced game. Mean shot won't go, and the rebound effort by Jake Robinson won't go, but yet another possession by Mynderse. And then the steal, collision, and that might have hurt as Jackson Westfall got smacked in the head by one of the player's legs as he went for it. Seneca uses up his dribble, finds help. Jarrett Benedict's in there. The bomb won't go. 1 and out. 1 and done.
Yeah, not on this
for
end,
Waterloo.
No.
And Mean is banged from behind by Westfall. That's a losing position defensively, directly behind the offensive player Mean. You've got to shield him, shade him one way, and try to deny.
Yeah, 3-quarter. I'd even front if you can get some weak side help. But it's certainly at least 3-quarter. You can't just play behind Jake Mean. And if you're going to play behind him, you got to let him catch. And I would play behind him if I was the opposing coach. I'd say, we're going to play behind and see if he can hurt us. Just not double down.
Imhoff, Webb, Seneca, Benedict's, and Jared Hayes Snyder on the court for Waterloo. First free throw made by Mean. And he'll have another. He's on the court with teammates Hunter Haas, Jesse Cabot.
Looks like Cabot's out here to get in.
Brett Anderson, who had
Seneca.
that huge first quarter. And I'm leaving somebody out. Here comes Waterloo trying to answer down 15, driving too far underneath the basket, forcing that as well. And Mean the other way lays it up and in. A terrific shifting gears move to the lane with a left hand.
Just manhandling Waterloo right now. And as I called out that I didn't like having him in there, he scored 6 points here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And another good a great sub, I think, by Coach Prain here. He's now had almost all his whole team, and he's got Jesse Cabot in here in the first half with a 17-point comfortable lead, getting kids some minutes, getting kids out there early in the game is important.
You can feel a little of the steam out of the Waterloo balloon. Their effort has been great, but now they're down 30-13.
Yep. And just too easy for Jake Mean. Getting the rebound, turning and dribbling and going down the court. Somebody's got to step in and make him turn, make him change direction, maybe take a charge.
One suspects, we were mentioning frequently different names in that first game. The one suspects if Jake Mean had remained in Romulus, they'd have a couple more wins this year.
Certainly a few more wins. He would, as athletically gifted as he is and dominant in this league, it would even be more so in the West. He's going to get another bucket here.
Yeah, could be on the drive. Gets hammered and scores in the way, and then he tosses
and he got a technical.
Trash.
Yeah, and he should have got technical.
The official was
and so
right.
Should
and
him.
another technical.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know who the second team was.
I know who it is. I saw the whole thing happen.
Was it
Jared Hay Snyder. So Jake Mean turned to Jake Webb and said, "Yeah, baby," clapped in his face. So he teed him up. Then Jared Hay Snyder does something even dumber and walks over in his face and says, "Yeah, baby." It's like, that's why he just got the tee. You don't go do what he did. And so it's going to be a double tee, Hay Snyder. But the bigger thing is, and they got a 20-point lead, doesn't matter, Jake Mean's third foul.
And the official who made that call is almost as red as a radish.
Yep. So what they'll do here, Mean's bucket counts, okay? He'll shoot his and one free throw. And then Mynderse will step to the line, shoot 2, and then Waterloo will go shoot 2, and it'll be Waterloo's ball. But really, not a smart play by Hay Snyder. You got the tee on Mean, you got the third foul on Mean, and then you go right and get in his face and do the exact same thing that he got a tee for.
A big Mynderse play could have a chance for a bit of a momentum busting the other way as we see that play.
Yeah, it kind of took the momentum away, and I don't know why Waterloo's shooting this first, but they got the second tee. They're getting possession of the ball.
So at the line and making the free throw is Seneca. Interesting sophomore shooting the tee. But that's the part, you're leading 33-15, so you got a tee, big deal.
Yep.
But when you get in postseason play,
that becomes a bigger deal, yeah. And it wasn't a terrible, there was no swearing involved.
More
it was just
excitability.
More excitability. He just fist pumped it, but he directed it at another player. So that's the tee. You can't direct it at another player like that. And a couple of kids have gotten away. I saw a Waterloo kid do it earlier, and I saw Mean do it earlier. So I think the refs had said that maybe they've warned him. They said enough's enough. And I like it.
I like the decisiveness of the officiating.
Yes, yep.
Because I would much rather call, as you said, it wasn't a reckless, physical, nasty situation.
Yep.
But you don't want it to get to that point.
No.
So you call and stop things. So despite a
I can't figure out why it's Mynder's game or Mynder's ball. I to the life of me, unless there was a jump ball on a double tee. But if Waterloo has the ball, I don't see how they lose possession of having the ball when both teams got a technical.
I mean, that worked out.
That worked out for Mynderse.
Very much so.
After getting the first technical, Waterloo gets the second technical. Maybe I can find somebody at halftime that knows the answer to that.
Play,
yeah, now you got the ball. They traded baskets on the technical. So maybe it went to a jump ball and Mynderse gets it. Because you're supposed to get the ball after a technical, but when both teams got a technical, maybe it goes to an alternating possession.
You know what the positive is, Kevin, as Mynderse will drive, throws it inside, stop and pop in the lane, nothing but net. And that was Jake the Snake Robinson for 2. Seneca dribbling, the left-hander, finds help outside in Webb. The positive was during those calls, those technicals, they didn't go to Secaucus, New Jersey to review them, as they do in the NBA.
Yeah, that's right. That I did know about the NBA. Got an open look. One more if he goes with it.
Yes, and
Jarrett
it counts.
Benedicts.
Jarrett Benedicts with his first points, a trifecta. 37-18, just a minute and a half remaining before halftime, where Kevin will have a couple special guests.
Yeah, we got Sarah Schaefer and Olivia Sobis coming in from Waterloo. Schaefer from Seneca Falls. And
the students always do a great job, and you do a great job with them, Kevin.
it's a fun little segment we've started as a tradition here. Yep.
Little traveling music.
Yep, shuffled them before.
Jesse Cabot. Mynderse had such a powerful JV team last year, and as you mentioned, it's tough spreading out minutes sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's
and a lot of close games. I mean, I don't think they expected to be in so many close games. This is the first night, really, since the beginning of the year that.
Forced three by Benedict's. Tapped, controlled. Should be an easy two for Mynderse. Laying it up and in is Jesse Cabot, his first two of the night. 39-18.
This is the first really offensive output that Mynderse has had in weeks, where they've put some offense on the board.
And a Waterloo foul on the throwaway pass. Benedict's. It was intended for his teammate Jake Webb, who fouled the Mynderse player who stole it. Wow. Crowd's on their feet up in the student section of the Mynderse side. Long bomb is short. Rebound, land up, no.
Missed the chippy.
And the second effort,
just
no.
Rebound after rebound, though, Dave, isn't it? It's just
dribbling through traffic is Everts. Gets rid of it. Saluka's fourth shot is a high air ball.
He's got to learn, and he's young, but that's a really back up fadeaway three so quick in the shot clock.
Yep, it's
15 on the game clock.
Waterloo gets it back off the Mynderse miss. Now driving to the hole. Oh, my.
Got him caught in the air.
Jake, who had Jake Jones had the big first half offensively. I think that was him who literally.
That was Anderson. Brett Anderson. Brett.
He can really jump out of the gym.
Yep. Yeah, great athlete. He got up high, got up right over his shoulders. Almost got a piggyback ride.
Fortunately, nobody injured on that play. And Saluka hits the free throw, he'll have another. They wanted to jam that ball badly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just 9 seconds left before half, a 20-point Mynderse lead.
Yeah, a bucket here will be big momentum going into the half, even more so for Mynderse.
Shot rims the hole, hoop, no. Down to 4 seconds. Can Mynderse get a shot off? Yes, they can.
For three.
Three at the buzzer. Won't go.
Good luck, though. They got a good look.
A big 20-point lead for the Mynderse Blue Devils. At the half, Mynderse leads 39-19. Stick around. Kevin will be back, and we'll be back.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mynderse Academy Gymnasium. And I am lucky enough to be interviewing Olivia Sobis from Waterloo and the great Sarah Schaefer from Mynderse Academy. Welcome to the show, girls.
Thank you. Thanks.
Excited. Just had a cheerleader get hurt. I think she's okay. Kind of out in our mind. 39-19. Mynderse up big here at halftime. And we're going to start right with that, girls, and it's kind of an obvious question, so we're going to get it out right away. What does the second half look like here? Who's going to win this one, Shafe?
I think Mynderse has got this one.
You think Mynderse has it? Olivia, they got anything left in the tank, Waterloo?
Well, I'm actually pretty impressed with how they've been playing the first half based on the games I've watched them play throughout the season. So, I mean, they're probably going to lose, but I think they're going to go out strong. Yeah,
they're fighting hard, and you look at it, they've done some nice things. But you look at the scoring, like, holy cow, they're down 20. You know, they did a couple good things. Jake Jones was on fire that half. He had, I think, 13 points, in the first half. So really carrying him. Jake Mean came out in a good second quarter. But anyway, to your game and to the senior night that you had, Shafe, 10 points yourself in that game. What does senior night mean to you here tonight, and who would you like to thank on your senior night?
I think senior night a lot for me is about being able to thank everyone for everything they put into helping us in the past 4 years. And Coach Anderson definitely helped me the most, and I have the most to thank him for. He always lifted me up when I was doubting myself and knew what to tell us all the time. He always knew what to say, and I thought that was so impressive. He's a really great coach.
Good shout out to Coach Anderson, who's doing. You guys are having a great year, and under his guidance, and we look for good things going down the road. You've got senior night coming up. Do you know who you play in your senior night?
We play Wayne.
You play Wayne, and what's that night going to mean to you as far as senior night in Waterloo, and who would you like to thank?
It's really special. It's not only a celebration for us, but it's a celebration for our parents and our teammates who've helped us out along the way. Because I've been playing with these girls since the 4th and 5th grade. It's just great that we've made it this far. I'm going to give a special thank you to Mr. Lincoln, because not only was he my basketball coach, but he was my JV volleyball coach, and he's very encouraging. He's a nice guy, and he's just always believed in me.
Yeah, that's nice. And you're both fortunate to have two strong coaches at your varsity program, and you guys will always look down the line, no matter how old you are, where you go, and always think back to two strong leaders like that. So it's good, I think, important that you guys give them the shout out. And we were talking about senior night. It's not just about you as a senior or you as a senior. It's kind of about your parents and all the miles they've logged and the money they've spent and the hours they've spent in the gym.
Absolutely.
And your family that comes and watches. So we're honoring you as seniors, but also it's a night for your parents to say, hey, this is it. This is their last home game. And you got another home game though, don't you?
Yeah, we have a couple
one or
more.
Two, yeah. So, but with it working out like this, it is important to remember those people, the coaches and parents that are so involved in it. A couple quick questions, a little lighter side of the program. I'm going to go, and this one is oldie, but favorite place to eat in the area. Where's your favorite place, Olivia, to grab something to eat?
Definitely Connie's.
Connie's Diner.
Connie's Diner, yep.
Yeah, hey, Waterloo place, owned by Seneca Falls people. This is amongst the theme. I'm just saying. They're in Waterloo. They know it's a great place to be, so they open a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And so Connie's, that's a favorite. How about you, Shafe?
Parker's.
Parker's.
That's a good
right
one,
down.
too.
Yeah, Parker's is a good one. We like Parker's here, too. As Coach Dinan walks by, seems to be very stressed about that first half, or not so much. Olivia, what do you think?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to read him. He's
just always joking around. Okay, favorite thing to do. I'm going to start with Olivia again because she knew this question was coming. I saw her last night.
Man.
Favorite thing to do in the county, in the Finger Lakes, that you like to get out and do?
In the Finger
By the way,
Lakes.
Jarrett Benedict's answer was Xbox, so I hope you have something better than that.
Of course. The Finger Lakes is a great region to just be outdoors. I love to hike and bike, especially on the trail on the canal. It's a great place. I like to horseback ride and along the lakes and whatnot. It's great.
You get outside and do a lot of cool stuff like that. I know Olivia, so I know this. And you're a hunter, right?
Yeah.
And you just caught a bunch of geese recently, or do I see a picture on
squirrels.
Facebook? Or squirrels, that's what it was. Where did I see that picture?
On Facebook,
On Facebook. My buddy on Facebook. How about you, Shay? Things you like to do outside the sporting arena. What do you do for free time?
Yeah, definitely either get outside or play sports. There's not much else to do.
Yeah, we came on
playing sports.
Yeah, Brett was like, I play this sport, this sport, this sport. And, when you're growing up in a small town like this, you got to get involved in sports, keep yourself busy.
Definitely.
But it is a good spot to do it. Both schools rich in sports tradition, got a lot of sectional titles, got a lot of success in different types of things. So, those sports are important.
Yeah.
How about the season down the road? Shafe, what are you looking for? You guys looking for a league title? What else?
League title. Definitely first seed, hopefully.
Yeah. Do you
Sectional title.
What stands in your way for a league title? What's the biggest obstacle at this point?
Well, we have to win out for a league title.
Got to win out.
And
And Penn Yan's a big one, right? They're second in the league.
Penn Yan on Friday.
And that's this Friday night?
Yep.
Here in this gym?
Yep.
And you beat them down there once?
Yeah, we did.
Yep, but it's going to be a tough game here.
It will.
Sobis, how about you?
We're definitely looking to get a few more wins under our belt for the rest of the season. Just go out with a bang, I guess.
You're in a different situation where she's a senior and she's going out with league title, maybe sectional title, where you guys are kind of rebuilding as your senior year. You got a lot of young players, but a couple more wins, maybe get a little momentum, make some noise in sectionals. How about spring? What sports?
I run outdoor track.
Outdoor track. What's your event? What's your best event?
The 800 meter. I really like that, and I do the 400 meter, and I do all the relays.
Nice. You like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Coach Ed Courtney, longtime coach, another good coach. And how about you? Come spring, what's spring hold for you?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse, your favorite sport?
Definitely.
Over basketball? It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Listen, you guys have been awesome. Okay, I've enjoyed watching both you guys grow up. You locally, and you as my student, and I wish you the best of luck. Colleges, real quick.
You. MCC.
Morrisville State.
Morrisville State. You told me the other day. I told you all about my grandparents.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you. We're gonna get back. We got 45 seconds to tip off. And we're going to keep it live here, producer, or are we going to commercial? We're going to keep it right here. We're going to get the girls out. We're going to lose the good looks and get Dave Barnick back in. The mouth of the South. Good job, girls.
Thank you.
Okay, and we've got 19 seconds to tip off as we have Dave Barnick rejoin us here. And we can't do the second half without him. And
well, I needed that break because I was consoling Jim Sinacropi.
What happened?
Well, a fellow by the name of Neil Gorsuch got nominated as Supreme Court Justice.
Supreme Court Justice.
And maybe next time the pendulum will swing this way for Jim's selection.
Well, both girls predicted a Mynderse victory in the second half, Dave, which shouldn't be a shock to anyway, as Waterloo starts with a over and back. Second time they've went over and back on a dribble handoff.
I even think the Mynderse crowd, obviously they want to win. When you're playing, you want to beat the daylights out of your opponent. But oh my kaboom! The alley-oop
and
dunkaroo!
I hope we got a good shot of that one. Drawn up out of half. The backdoor alley-oop. Kellen Carher threw it perfectly. Great catch and finish. And one by Jake Meehan. That'll take the air right out of Waterloo.
Jake Meehan high above the cylinder with the jam. And at the line and back irons.
Another offensive rebound.
Another put back and in. And any steam or that Waterloo maybe was hoping to gather
is gone. Great half-court set by Coach Prain and the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils to really just kind of bury Waterloo to come out of the locker room.
43-19, and another runaway bucket off the fast break. Oh, my.
And this is just what Mynderse needed to kind of get their offensive going a night like this, and they really got to build on this going through the rest of the season.
And a forced pass. Waterloo somehow comes away with it. Kingston can't convert. And here comes Mynderse. Looking up, pour it on from the corner. Ribs out. Rebound, Waterloo. Seneca, the sophomore, with it. Left-hander. Down 45-19. It was 39-19 to start the half. What a thunderous dunk by Mean. That was well over the cylinder.
Oh, pretty play. You know, that's one they'll remember forever. You know, especially drawing it up and executing it perfectly.
Seneca's runner, again, forced a little bit. Didn't go. Mynderse the other way. Poised.
Confident out of halftime. This is most confident I've seen him in the last few weeks.
Reverse layup. Good!
Kevin Anderson. 8-0 run to start the quarter.
Devon's first hoop of the game. 4 baskets by 4 different academy players in this third quarter. And an 8-0 run. Driving. Waterloo doesn't get the call, doesn't get the ball to drop. Here comes Mynderse the other way. Scramble for it. Loose ball. We got a foul called. I think they got Karaher on the call.
I just got an update from Jim Sincropi that Newark is up after 3 in Penyan, 47-30. So they are trying to maintain with Mynderse for at least a clinch. Mynderse has to stumble. Share of the Finger Lakes East.
2-game lead in the loss column or 1?
It is Newark has lost to Mynderse and Wayne, and that's it. So it's a 1-game lead because they did beat Mynderse once. So it's a 1-game lead, and you know Mynderse obviously controls their own destiny. I think they have Geneva left and maybe Penyan as well. One other game, but Waterloo just beat Geneva the other night.
Inside, nice feed, but Mynderse recovers in the block. From behind, I want to give credit to Jake Jones on the rejection.
Ian Doyle checked in the game for Waterloo.
Yeah, skill level. You can talk about hustle, even trying to execute the plays correctly, but the skill level is just not a match here.
No, not tonight. You know, and that'll change. There's ebbs and flows, but you know, tonight Mynderse has a good team. You know, the player for player, they're just better at every position. And it's showing on the scoreboard.
Mean with the nice pass to Jones, who was just Jones really the star of the game early with 11 first quarter points.
Really got Mynderse going.
And he has 15 in the game, make it 16. The senior. What was that cheerleader's name again? The lone senior?
Kiara Jones.
Want to give our congratulations and accolades as 2 out of 2 for Jake.
And this is what Mynderse fans and local Seneca Falls people expected out of Mynderse at home this year against a lesser opponent is bigger games, and they haven't really had it. You know, it's been a lot of close games and question marks and playing time hasn't been there for everybody because the games are so close. It's just kind of, I think, what Mynderse needed at this point in the season.
Well, adding injury to insult, on that previous loss turnover, Ian Doyle jammed his finger as the ball went out of bounds, and we've all done that if we've played much.
Stinks.
And he's still
trying to work it out.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not dislocated, just jammed, which is painful enough as Mean hits the free throw. Jake Mean at the line for 2. He did not score in the first quarter. 1 out of 2 at the line. He had 9 in the second quarter, a dozen in the game. And Mynderse in full control inside. Westfall takes it out deep. The ball nearly wedged.
Unselfish pass.
And laying up and misses, but the follow-up also missed.
Both missed, easy ones.
And another opportunity, and finally Waterloo comes out with it.
Well, it doesn't matter, but it was an easy convert that they didn't get. Yeah.
You kind of almost wish from that they didn't call it in a way with the score so lopsided that. But it was steps.
Yeah, they got to call it. Jones for 3.
Open 3 ball short. And the rebound taken by Ian Doyle. He's okay now. Webb. And the Mynderse crowd happy with the
subs
substitution.
Looks like 4 or 5 coming in. Wholesale.
Aiden Trout just came off the bench, but he's been playing.
Hey, he played good. I'm not sure if it's anybody that hasn't gotten in yet. We'll find out in a minute, though. Saluka takes a lot of quick.
Saluka
he got the
friendly roll that time. Just a sophomore. Driving, head down, doesn't get it, but he'll earn another trip to the line. Jake Mean. Yeah, those 2 fouls, they haven't hurt him, have they?
No. He's got the 3 fouls, but at this point he can foul out, and Mynderse still going to win the game. And maybe that's what was going through the process of coach's decision. Put him in and see if we can get it to 15-16. If he gets a foul, we still got a good lead.
He almost needs to take.
Oh, yeah, Keegan Baker's checking in.
He almost needs to take an extra breath when he's at that foul line. His form's not that bad, but you can almost
He's
see
a good foul shooter,
so much
though.
adrenaline.
Yeah, I think he's maybe caught up in all the action tonight, but normally a good foul shooter. Got good form.
He gets the roll on the second one.
He's supposed to miss the first, make the first and miss the second so he can stay in.
5 out of 8 at the line for Jake. Jake Mean. Got to specify. There's 3 of them out there.
Yeah.
Saluka out front. Lanky sophomore. Man-to-man defense by Mynderse. They're dominating up by 29. And that's an offensive foul, I think.
No, they called the hold first.
Wow.
He did push off. I don't know if he called it because he was hand checking him.
Speaking of Mynderse players who can climb the invisible ladder, as they say, Quentin Battle is another one of those Mynderse players.
Yeah, very good athlete.
And another foul on Battle.
And he does have 2 hands up on him if they're calling that both ways, but you got to get his hands off him, get his hands out wide. Sometimes you'll see that, and sometimes it's called, sometimes it's not. But he just got called for it, so you think he'd keep his hands off the kid.
Keegan Baker in the game, along with Hunter Host. That's a cool name, Hunter Host.
Hunter Host.
Second shot, no good by Webb off his own miss, and what do we got?
Foul on Webb. Keegan Baker, the fan favorite here at Mynderse Academy, is going to draw some good crowd action here in the second half.
Not to be confused with Keegan Bradley.
Nope.
Former PGA champion. Little tricky dribble. Mynderse coasting a little bit on this possession. Looping
nice
it
pick
inside.
And roll.
Pretty play and
Very
the finish
nice.
By Jake Robinson being heard from here in the third quarter.
He got 6 points for the night. And a nice pick and roll play by Mynderse. Good offensive possession. Leads to an easy layup.
Saluka again with a quick trigger is another air ball. And driving the other way and laying up it in. Quentin Battle, his first hoop of the night.
And Waterloo is just, I think that offensive set out of half. Not that, I don't know if Waterloo had it in the comeback anyway, but really just.
I just took the steam right out of any potential run. 9 players in the scoring column for Coach Pat Prain's Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. The set shot from outside is good. The crowd favorite on their feet. Aiden Trout with a 3-ball.
Smooth looking Jay.
He was smiling all the way down court, too.
Looked good.
You could hear the crowd's anticipation as that ball went up in the air. And here's a steal by Battle.
I don't know if we can call that a jump shot, can we, Dave?
No, it was a set shot.
I think I'm sure that's what you said, but.
It looked like Dolph Shays hosting that one up. You know who Dolph Shays is.
Yes, I do. Yep. That is one that hasn't gone by the wayside or over my head.
58-22.
Yes.
Bill Russell had Dolph Shays on
that three just confirmed Aiden Trout as our post-game interview.
Okay. I was just wondering if we're going to do that. We had guests on for both games.
Yeah, got to get the senior in here at the end. He's had a good game tonight at the big three.
58-22.
There's Keegan.
Shot.
This place will go nuts if he scores. And he will. He's a good player.
Throwing it up. No, but a foul.
Sometimes these 11th, 12th men get in the game, and they're not real players, but Mynderse is so deep that there's not a kid on this team that's not a player. One guy that hasn't checked in yet is Abel Jones, and he can play too. Keegan works hard, good teammate. A lot of good things I could say about him.
I give the Waterloo kids credit. They're playing hard. They're trying their best. The effort is there. They have, though, while dominated in the first half, being behind 39-19, they are been outscored 20-3 here in the third stanza.
Yeah. Just blowing them right out of the water here in the third quarter. It's been blowout city tonight, Dave. All Mynderse. Blue.
Actually, all four arch rivalry games have been double figures easily.
He's going for another one. No way.
Another. Doesn't get it. Rebound.
Baker.
No. In Waterloo, they call a Mynderse foul, I believe. 33 and a half seconds remaining in this third quarter. And I got some catching up to do here.
30 seconds on the clock. We've caught up, I think, Dave. See what Waterloo can get a bucket here. Kind of looking at Coach. The shot clock's off, 15. Don't know if he can get by battle. I'll be impressed if he can.
I'd like to see a little pass here rather than some 30-footer at the end.
Just way too much dribbling.
Yeah, it went in, and that'll do it at the end of three quarters, 59-24. Fourth quarter action coming up after this.
This is Eli, and these are his two older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch out!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying TheraScar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Find the partner you've been looking for. Welcome to Generations Bank.
One quarter of basketball remaining, a 35-point lead. Kevin, we've been the king of blowouts here in the last few broadcasts. As Waterloo will try to get something going this fourth quarter. So Luca drives to the hole, high off the glass, and a rebounding foul from behind on Trout. Yeah, 20-5, the difference
in the third.
In that third quarter.
Yeah, just really took it to him. Got Abel Jones in now. Everybody for Mynderse has checked in. I think Waterloo as well.
And a steal by Mynderse Jones. Going the other way and jamming it. Jake Mean, ahead of the pack.
2 dunks on senior night. That's a way to go out. That's a good thing. Really throwing it down, too. Not that weak dunk like Verk used to get when we were in high school.
With
throwing it down hard.
Authority. And I know they've had a great season, but not many romps like this, have they?
No, not maybe early on, a couple really bad teams. I'm talking bad. There was a night here, I think they played
nice move.
Some Rochester schools. I think it was their first year of varsity season, one of the worst teams I've ever seen assembled. They blew them out. And a game or two like that early, but it's been a while. It's exactly what they needed. And I just got a text, another score, local score, that two teams in our Finger Lakes top 10. Lions loses to Sodus on the road by 12. So a tough loss for Coach, friend of the program, Zach Young.
Ian Doyle makes a nice move to get that bucket, and he converts with that high-arching third free throw.
Yep. He'll shoot. He loves the spotlight, Abel.
And he was the one, as Jason pointed out to me, really going above the rim in their warm-ups.
Abel just transferred here from Waterloo last year. Heck of an athlete, and tried out for the basketball team this year as a junior. And you see how long and lengthy he is. A real good athlete. Got some fine-tuning to do with the basketball to get some more minutes.
Down court, breakaway,
not sure who he was passing
far.
to. Better be careful not to get hurt, in a blowout like this. A lot of alley-oop dunks and things. Maybe just be a little bit more cautious.
Oh, by the way, I didn't respond to your earlier incorrect prediction, but
your Super Bowl prediction.
I like the Falcons.
Falcons score? You got a score for me?
31-26.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The Falcons got a good team.
I hope I'm right. Down court, laying it up in. Jake Jones. Talk about. And here's a steal and a basket by Brett Anderson.
Yep. And
another senior.
Brett's had a quiet night, but a great career.
Brett Anderson. Jake Jones. Jake Mean. And Jake Mean has it. The seniors for Mynderse. Quick pass. And good hustle, despite it going out of bounds. You like the effort shown by
yeah, but Abel's got to catch that. We've seen
Abel
better hands on a clock. he normally does have sure hands, but he dropped that one. Getting a little excited. He wanted to finish.
He's wearing a jersey number different from the one listed in our program.
Yeah, he listed as 33, but he is out there as number 20. Both teams have gone deep into the bench here.
Inside feed now, nearly losing it, and good effort right there. Keegan Baker in the corner.
Nice
little
ball
head
fake.
Throws up a runner, doesn't get the spin, his own rebound. Nobody draws the foul, and Abel will go to the line shooting a pair and a chance to get in the scoring column. If he connects on at least one of these, he will be the 10th Blue Devil in the scoring column, and he gets the first one with a nice roll. Boy, that ACC has been wild this year, hasn't it?
Oh, man,
Kevin?
parity.
Wake Forest really should have beaten Duke. I was watching most of that game.
Yeah, Wake, they blew it. Duke, heck of a comeback. I didn't see any of it. I was skiing that night, but my son and I kept asking Siri what the score was. And we thought it was over. It was about 2 minutes left. They were down 7. I said, this one's over. We were really shocked to see that they won, but they looked really good last night in Notre Dame.
When I saw Florida State lose to North Carolina, I was still thinking, this Florida State team, long, deep, talented.
They don't like that zone, though. Only a couple shooters. Bacon's a heck of a scorer. Very long and deep defensively. Gets guys in and out. Big rotation he's got down there. And I'll be interested to see how they finish. Because that loss at Georgia Tech and then that loss at Syracuse. Syracuse is playing better. Big win for Syracuse. But that's a good team that struggles to shoot.
3-ball won't go for Christian Evertson for Waterloo. I think Arizona and or UCLA may make some noise from the West this year.
Oh, UCLA's got Ball, who's just a heck of a player. And Arizona always makes noise. I always, we got that East Coast bias. And they always do well in the tournament. Sean Miller has those kids ready to play. Always good NBA players. Great program out there in Arizona. But, yeah, throw another Pac-12 team in with UCLA for sure.
Right here, it's 4:43 remaining in the second half of our doubleheader. The Mynderse Academy Blue Devil ladies won over Waterloo 61-40. And the guys are romping 66-27. Thursday night from Lyons, Clyde, the Wayne County champion, and Finger Lakes 1 will have that one for you. I think that's Jim Sinacropi and Matt Verke. And then next Wednesday, over to Clyde, East Rochester, and Mike Alessio getting the call along with Jim Sinacropi.
Getting a little sloppy out here. 4:21 to go. Both teams shooting foul shots, so we're kind of where we were with the girls' game. Might take a while, Dave.
Wow.
Late night here in town. Good thing I don't have a long commute home.
We need to unionize.
I'm in. I am all in. Look for a little overtime from Finger Lakes 1.
When I read that,
it's been a long day.
At first I thought Aflac might be a union, and I thought it through. As at the line, Timmy Imhoff gets his first point of the game. I would say the South Seneca ladies rounding into shape for another postseason run.
Absolutely, yep. Who's their big competition going into sectionals, Davey?
Boy, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
When I was looking at some of the last year's scores and just how lopsided they would. Of course, maybe the best performance I saw by anybody on high school level last year was the young lady from a school in Buffalo Region 6 from Holland Central School.
Yeah.
She was amazing. Oh, my! Dipsy doodle move in the lay-in high above the arc. And
did you see I saw it on Finger Lakes 1, a tweet
Abel
from
Jones.
DNC. The girl had 15 three-pointers from Medina last night, was it? 16 three-pointers from Medina last night.
Yeah, Jim
that was a girl, right?
With me.
Sophomore guard. 16 out of 17 from the arc. That should be on Sports
Is that
Center.
Medina? So I wonder what class that is.
They played Holly. Yep. And, that might be somebody that South St. Louis sees down the road. 16 threes.
That's
incredible. I don't
Well,
care what level. That's like
That's
NBA
right.
stuff.
Even wide open.
Yeah.
I
think the tweet that I saw was I don't even shoot that well in my dreams, the sports writer said. Got a little battle here between Jake Webb and Abel Jones, friends from Waterloo. Nice to see these guys competing.
I would think Abel Jones, if he works at this game a little bit and refines some of that athleticism, could be a force next year.
He's got to fine-tune the fundamentals. If he can fine-tune the fundamentals, he can help. And I don't know, he could certainly give some defense and rebounding and be a lift. You got to put a lot of time in the offseason.
Both these games a contrast to the earlier meetings in Waterloo. Of course, the biggest one, Waterloo girls actually upset. You see that shot? He had no chance over the taller defender to get that up there. And oh my! Geez. And hopefully that Waterloo player is okay.
In the back of the head. No, he's all right.
As Abel Jones skied for it.
Over the back. A little out of control there. I think his knee got Webb in the back of the head. Yeah. Well, onward we go. Back to the foul line.
28-29, yeah.
Well, we got the big game Sunday. Got any big numbers going? Any?
I don't know what any of my numbers are.
But you're in a couple sheets. You got a couple sheets.
Oh yeah. That's. I contributed to other people's winnings for sure.
It's like
There's a curfew.
As bad as your game.
Isn't there a curfew in this town? There is for me.
Yeah, me too.
A couple missed foul shots by Waterloo.
Waterloo in the zone might free up somebody for a three that normally doesn't knock it down. Here you go, Baker coming off the shot.
Can't get it to go. Rebound battled for. Waterloo comes out of the pack. Driving the lane. Look out, little head fake. Nice move. Jake Webb gets in the scoring column. And he was very aware who was there defensively.
He said, I'm going to put a head fake on before I go up with this one.
If he'd went straight up, I think it could have been rejection city.
He made a great play.
Nice little head fake. Good feed inside. Waterloo. Mynderse works the perimeter. There's an air ball thrown up by Keegan Baker. Hunter Haas.
He's going to take some resin for that.
Keegan Baker. The only players unofficially not in the scoring column for Pat Prain's Blue Devils. Patrick taking over for Nick Ciotti several games ago. And continuing his unbeaten streak.
I think he's 5-0, Dave. Talked about it in the girls' game. 5-0, best winning percentage as a coach in Mynderse Academy history. It's over a 2-year span. And lined himself right up. We were texting about this the other day, not Pat, but some of my other buddies, for a Coach of the Year ballot in Section 5 Class B. It's usually given 9 times out of 10, to the number 1 seed. And I'm sure he'd pass that right along to Coach Ciotti. But, it's funny that it might come down like that. The ballots go out soon. I don't even know if that ballot will be changed. But
if you're still with us as the shot, and guess what? Foul number 4 on Abel Jones. I think he let out a pretty good scream there too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got to realize nobody cares right now. It's a 36-point game and play hard, but keep it together. Maybe he's getting a reminder right now from Coach.
Yep, some good coaching there.
Yep.
Pat telling him to calm down. It's all right.
There's always teaching moments. 1:56 left in a 35-point game.
Hunter May at the line makes the first. He'll have another. He is a junior at 6'3". Got those resplendent orange sneakers on, matching the Waterloo colors, and he makes both free throws.
Hunter's come a long way. I had these guys in 7th, 8th grade, Dave, before I left Waterloo, and he's come a long way. Christian Everett, a lot of these guys, you're seeing them, they're getting pounded pretty good. Daquan and the Benedict's brothers, Seneca. These guys have come a long way.
And the runner.
Nice touch, Hunter Haas.
Hunter Haas becomes the 11th Blue Devil in the scoring column.
That's something as a coach you can look back at the end of the night and say, that was a good one. I'll sleep well tonight. You got to get Keegan in the box score.
Driving to the he was ready to jump to try to dunk that before he got to the basket. The theatrics. The Stanislavskis by one Abel Jones. They just look younger, so much more physically imposing the Mynderse team.
Yeah, and Mynderse brings it off. I mean, they got a heck of a second team.
Inside and a foul will send Daquan Kingston to the game.
Just a dejected Waterloo team. They really came in here and got it handed to them tonight. But really that's how it really should be. And Jones is too much of the theatrics for me. I'm not going to lie. He's just able. He's talking to the Waterloo bench. All in good fun. But, really trying to be the kind of the center of attention. Just get out there and play.
Coming down to the final minute of this one, 70-35.
This could be it.
The bomb.
Got it. Tacos.
Keegan Baker not only hits the three-pointer, he gets in the scoring column. Every Mynderse player has scored, and answering with a three-ball of his own is Jake Webb.
That's a great night for Mynderse. All guys in the scoring column. Senior night. Some seniors played really big, had some nice dunks. Jake Jones first quarter. Aiden Trout off the bench with 3 in a big night. All around successful evening for Coach Pat Prain and the
He
Blue
wants
Devils.
2 in a row,
Yep.
doesn't get it. Down to 20 seconds left. Down court,
Webb
open
could go
for
for
3
another
ball, doesn't get that one, and out of bounds. Ferrara Lumber's been delivering high-quality service for area contractors and homeowners in the Finger Lakes since 1951. Plan your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at FerraraLumber.com. This one is coming down to its conclusion, and that'll do it. A 73-38 Mynderse Academy doubleheader sweep. And this one wasn't pretty, but we'll break it down a little bit and be back after these words.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
We're wrapping up a doubleheader sweep by the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils in the girls' game, 61-40. The Lady Blue Devils avenging their only league loss earlier in the year at Waterloo. And we're happy to have with us in one of the players responsible for a romp tonight, a 73-38 victory by the Mynderse Academy Blue Devil boys. Aiden Trout, congratulations. Big win. Senior night, Waterloo. How's it feeling?
Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, yeah.
And what are your plans beyond high school? Senior night, you got a long way to go before graduation, but it'll go quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have some plans in motion.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to work for a year or two and then maybe going off to college. I'm pretty undecided yet. I don't really know.
So, sounds like a pretty mature answer to me. You know, most kids will throw it out there, but, you know, if you don't know what you want to do, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
And what can you put in?
Yo, Finger Lakes One Player of the Year right here.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, boys. Love you, Jesse.
You know, all these guys do. Jake Meehan reminds me of Liam Careher. When he's not on camera, he tries to get on camera.
Yeah.
You wonder, does he care about you or does he care about getting on camera?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Aiden, you guys won by double figures at Waterloo, but it wasn't what you'd say as nearly as impressive performances tonight.
Yeah.
Was that part of the motivation and part of what the coaching staff, Pat Prain and company, shared with you guys going into tonight?
At Waterloo, I think we never